You good?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Arkin over here.
And Focus Heal.
Getting back to let's play this game. Look out! Oh yeah, look outside the window. The undying flames are all gone. I'm sure. Is what we're trying to see. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw something I didn't think was possible. The wall of undying flames that surrounded the school had gone out. The only thing out there now is endless city ruins. The wall of fire is gone too. Guess this is what it's always looked like out here, but it feels strange. Is this really how it ends? Did we really lose to the invaders? God, if we just seen through that traitor's true nature sooner. We never could have done that. Nobody even imagined there was someone sabotaging us behind the scenes. I did. What about the invaders all-out attack? Is that still happening? I wonder. Our mission's already failed after all. At the very least, the enemy no longer has any reason to attack this place as desperately as they did before. They do, though, because, well, no, they're not going to absorb me anyway. Except to come and finish us all off. I don't want to fight anymore. I'm done fighting. I thought it was pretty fun, although it wasn't the kind of killing game I was hoping for. Are we sure no one's sending someone to get us? They've really abandoned us. Why would they rescue people they see as disposable? I'm far too noble and important to just be thrown away. Someday the Osazuki family will crush all of humanity. Knock it off. You sound like Eito. So now what do we do? Now what? There's nothing left to do here, but there's no reason to leave either. Are we going to stay until day 100 at least? I think so. There's nowhere else for a roach-headed, sunken-faced freak like me to go. We've played the game this far. It wouldn't hurt to see the ending on the final day, right? We have nothing to do, nowhere to be, and nowhere to go. I'm feeling it all over again. The total loss of everything I hold dear. Oh, so... When I woke up the next day, I couldn't motivate myself to get out of bed. Emptiness, helplessness, these emotions still overwhelm me. Losing Kadoa and Nozomi, being betrayed by Eito, I had nothing, not a place to return to, nor anything I could do about any of it. In the end, I couldn't do anything. I whispered listlessly as I let my body sink into the bed, and I kept sinking deeper and deeper. It wasn't even morning when suddenly it happened. His room looks different. His fan's not going. What? My body? I didn't know what was causing it, but something abnormal was happening to my body. It wasn't just heavy. Throughout my whole body, I felt warm. No, hot. Abnormally hot. Far beyond anything like a regular fever. Don't tell me I have rejection symptoms. Had the cryptoglobin rejection that plagued Nozomi finally come for me? Maybe this is what I deserved. I was being punished for being unable to do anything for the baby in the defense room. Punishment for being unable to even trust him, let alone protect him. As I moaned from the intense heat running through my body, I finally stopped resisting it. Soon I lost consciousness, as if the heat was swallowing me whole. So like my body, all the time, forever. How much time had passed after that? Minutes? Hours? Longer still? I couldn't say. I lost all sense of time. The vicious heat assaulting my body did not subside. It only grew in intensity. The heat woke me from my sleep. It was so hot I felt like I was being burned from the inside out. What is this? I'm burning up. It's like my body's on fire. It's not rejection, is it? It feels like something more. Yeah? Immediately my vision filled with flames. Fire erupted from my very body. And not just any flames. They were... undying flames? I was enveloped in undying flames. They were emanating from inside of me. I let out a scream, and then something even stranger happened. The flames that filled my vision pulled away from me. They became a ball-like mass that began to writhe in front of me before forming into another shape. And just like that, the boy made of undying flames was there.
You. How are you?
Poor writing, that's how.
How am I still alive? Unfortunately, I'm not. My real body is long dead. Killed by Eito.
Then... what is this?
The last of my consciousness. Remaining in the cryptoglobin. Something like an echo. That's all I am now.
And
Echo? I don't understand it myself. The power of cryptoglobin is truly mysterious, but I'm glad this has happened. I really wanted to talk to you one last time.
It's curious to me too, but I don't have any strong feelings about being killed. Strange, isn't it, to feel nothing about your own death? I'm not even sure that I was ever truly alive in the first place. What do you mean? Not only do I not have a name, but I don't know anything about my origins either. Nothing about my mother or father, or the place or date I was born. Nothing at all? What did my real body look like to you? A newborn baby? You didn't just look like one, you clearly were one. But several years have passed since I was born. I'm about the same age as the rest of you. What? As a trade-off for the overwhelming power I was born with, my body was incapable of growing physically. It was unable to endure the sheer might of my cryptoglobin. The all too great price to pay for the benefits of this mutation. It's ironic, isn't it? My cryptoglobin is practically all-powerful, but my body was incapable of sustaining itself. Please, even if you can't tell me everything, tell me what you know. What is cryptoglobin? I don't know. Even I'm not sure what this power really is. So you've been left in the dark, too. I only learned that the enemy had the same power when I arrived here. I still don't know why that is, either. So in the end, not a soul here was told anything. Was that to prevent information from leaking to the enemy, or because we were destined to die here no matter what we did? Because of that body, I never got to experience having friends. I couldn't risk letting anyone close to me. Not when I could have lost control over my power at any moment. Suri was the only person I ever spoke to. He looked after me ever since I was young. Really? Him? Yes, he raised me, if only as a weapon. It was my destiny to live and die here at Last Defense Academy, to use this power to eradicate the invaders. Are you okay with that? It doesn't matter with my body the way it was. I was in no position to resist. I had to cooperate with the mission in order to live. Well, I call it cooperating, but I was just having my power constantly drained from me. Maybe you pity me, but I've long since accepted my existence as a weapon. I never once considered what it was that I personally wanted to do. Not until I heard about all of you. Huh? Siri told me on the first day when he brought me here. He said a group of boys and girls my age had been brought here as a special defense unit to protect me. Once I heard that, I felt happy for some reason. It was my first real emotion. I was so curious, I wanted to get a look at you. So I created an avatar with my cryptoglobin. Behind Siri's back, of course. If he'd found out, he would have scolded me for wasting my power. And then you found me. Yes, you mistook me for an invader and began to panic. I see. I'm sorry. No, I realized that it was a natural response, considering my appearance and inability to communicate. Besides, the situation was what it was. After that, I thought I should stop creating avatars, but Siri suddenly stopped coming to see me, so I was even more curious what was happening with all of you. I decided to check in on things in this form again, all while trying to stay out of sight. I only appeared in front of you on urgent occasions, when I had something I really needed to tell you. Now that you mention it, whenever we were in a bind, you were always there. You must have realized we were in trouble and tried to warn me. From your point of view, I must have been a strange being, but I started to feel an affinity for all of you. I started to want to fight alongside all of you, as a friend. As a friend. All of this was very strange to me as well. I had no idea where those feelings were coming from. I envied you. Envied us. The people who were constantly bickering and never sticking together. True as that may be, the sight of all of you working so hard to stay alive was beautiful to someone living with no meaning, like me.
Hey!
But in the end, it was all for nothing. We failed. It's easy to blame it all on Ato's betrayal, but I'm sure that wasn't the only cause. We were sloppy from the start, about fighting, about protecting each other. I stayed in the same state of mind as when I got dragged into this, fighting without resolve or conviction. And as a result, I lost everything. My comrades, and someone very dear to me, too. So you have regret? You bet I do. I'm full of regret. I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if I could have done more. If I'd just done better, maybe I could have saved Nozomi, saved Kadoa. I know regret won't undo anything, but I can't get it out of my head. Even Ato was able to do all this because of me. Do you want to redo the past? Huh? The reason I came to you this final time was to talk about exactly that. This is the last message I'll ever give you, and it's the most important of all. Oh.
Da-da-da-dum.
What do you want to tell me? When I was killed by Ato, all of my cryptoglobin was incorporated into him. I watched your battle from inside of him, and I noticed something. A strange occurrence with Ato's specialist skill. Really? What happened to it? After absorbing my cryptoglobin, Ato's specialist skill underwent, I suppose you'd call it an evolution. See, our special skills are actual canon. It sure seemed that way when we were fighting him. It must have been the effect of my cryptoglobin. It seemed to stimulate the power that was already inside of him. And now, by way of Ato, that cryptoglobin resides in you. Your special skill, which allows you to redo things, should have also evolved to its highest level. Yeah. So it was canon that we could redo shit.
Yeah.
If you used that power, you would be able to return further back in time than before. All the way back to the beginning of this 100-day period, in fact. Back to the beginning? You're telling me I can do all 100 days over again? I think you have the power to do so now. I can feel it from inside of you. Is this for real? Can I really go back and redo it? Redo all of it? Naturally, you'd be the only one going back. You'd have to part ways with everyone. Huh? What would happen to the others? Would they all have to keep living here in this timeline? I'm not sure. They may continue to exist as a part of a parallel world, or they might vanish the moment you redo things. I can't tell you anything for certain. There's no telling how returning to the past might affect other things either. What do you mean? The flow of time is by nature one of absolute truths of the world. There's no way that flow can be reversed. Breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences. Something unexpected might happen in the world you return to. It may have unfathomable effects on your cryptoglobin. Even on the cryptoglobin, nothing would be out of the realm of possibility. You'd be using your power to violate the very laws of the universe. At any rate, redoing the past will come with risks, at the very least. And it would also mean that you'll have to fight all your battles again. You'll have to fight this cruel war all over again, from the start. The outcome may not necessarily be positive. In fact, it could end worse than it is now. But if you're plagued with regret, if you wish to reclaim what you've lost, then you have to try using that power. You should try to redo the past.
It's your decision to make. You should choose what you think is the correct path.
He's telling us we can go back in time and do things differently, is what we're telling about.
You should press forward and trust in your decision.
Trust in my decision. That's all I wanted to say. I'm glad I finally got the chance to tell you. What happens to you now? I believe I will simply vanish. Or rather, I've already vanished. The fact that I'm here in this way is one more miracle brought about by cryptoglobin. So now I'm going to disappear for good, like I always should have. Could you tell me one last thing before you go? You were nameless. You had no roots. You were incapable of living on your own, treated like a weapon and then killed.
Hey!
Do you want to relive that life? I wonder. Maybe it's not worth reliving. But I am what I am, so I don't think anything will ever change. But if I could, there is something I'd like to do. What's that?
Next time, I want to befriend all of you. I want to argue with you and fight with you. And until the moment I die, I want to do everything I can to live.
We'll see, we'll see. Leaving those words behind like flames slowly converging, the ghost boy vanished. Day 99. It's a good game, Brian. It's a good game. There are no announcements playing anymore. I woke on day 99 in an eerie silence. I hadn't moved from my bed. I couldn't get the conversation from last night out of my head. I can redo the past. But I'm the only one who can do it. I don't know what will happen to the others. And I have no idea what will be affected or how things will change as a result of going back. And above all, if I redo the past, I'd have to fight for 100 days all over again. I wonder how everyone else is doing. I'm a little curious. Maybe I'll go check in on them. No, why can't everybody be in one spot? Are we truly going to rot away along with the Earth? Will we never see anyone from the complex again? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Kyoshika? Would you do it all over again? If I could redo it, by all means, I'd do it over again. We'd be certain to win our fights against the invaders the second time around.
Huh?
But even if we win, we still die, correct? Then maybe it's better this way?
No! 'Tis better to die a warrior rather than live meaninglessly. Isn't it?
No.
I don't know anymore.
There's nothing honorable about dying. No matter how you die. Hey, tomatoes. Why? Why do things have to end so miserably for you? Hey, hypothetically speaking. Would you do it all over again? Huh? What kind of juvenile question is that? But if I could, I'd turn it all around. We'd win our fights, we'd survive without a single casualty.
In the name of the Osuzuki family, I'd forcibly wrench a happy ending out of the hands of fate.
Good for you. Stupid eye is doing the eye thing. What's going to happen to us? We managed to survive up to this point, but what do we do now? Is nobody going to come for us? Am I never going to see my family again? Do I just have to stay here until Earth is destroyed? Would you do it all over again? If it meant I could see my family again, I'd want to do it all
But
over.
if we're doomed to die, even if we win in the end, I'm done. I don't want to fight anymore.
Fair enough. In a sense, this is a happy ending because we managed to live. But on the other hand, it's a bad ending because we've lost the war. What kind of ending is this, ultimately? Seriously, what an adorable question. I think I'd refrain. I doubt any good would come out of a redo.
It's more likely our time here was fated to end up this way from the start.
True enough. Truer words. I know I'd be better off dead anyway, but I really wish I could have been useful somehow. Then Leo could have been proud of me, but I wasn't able to make even that happen. I wonder, someone like me would probably only end up with the same pathetic outcome as this time. A waste of space is still a waste of space, no matter how many times he does
Sorry
something.
for my devastatingly boring answer. I can hardly think anymore.
Yeah, this is a bad, bad end. Oh. Tomorrow is day 100. I can't believe we're gonna reach day 100 with everyone so damn miserable. Huh? What you say? You kidding? Of course I'd do it all over again. And this time I'd beat the supreme dickhead and Ato into a bloody pulp. Because that would be way too many Steam achievements. There's 100 endings in this game.
I can't do shit. So it's all just empty words at this point.
Hey, isn't anyone going to come from the artificial satellite and save us? Are they really just going to leave us here to die? What are we supposed to do now? There might still be invaders out there, too. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Guy? Why would I fight again? Huh? Why would I fight again? Who'd ever want that? Oh, but if I did it over again, maybe we could have negotiated with Siri and got him to let us live. There's no sense in thinking about this. It's not like it's possible
My
anyway.
whole life's nothing but rotten luck. I want to redo my whole existence.
Too bad. What am I supposed to do now? Just wait for the Earth to be destroyed? Huh? If I could redo it? I would. I'd do it all over again. I'd make sure to protect Ima and everyone else. Even if our only choice was to die in the end, I'd still want to die alongside my dear brother.
I know that's not possible. He's already dead.
Imaimo shinderu. What the fuck did you say? Yata ta 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 yata ta 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 yata yata. What the fuck? Fucking. I still can't get your reaction in my head when I fucking Imaimo shinderu to my Google, and Google's like yata ta 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 yata ta ta yata, and she's all like, "What the fuck did you say?" It was great. Since all the machines have stopped functioning, I can actually die now if I want to. Maybe I should just die. I don't want to fight for the rest of the fight the rest of the invaders. Oh, I know. Let's all kill each other and all out brawl until only one of us is left. So, I think each character would have, like, several different endings tied to them.
Yeah, probably. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Because I do know there is a killing game route.
Oh.
Nah, sounds like way too much effort. I don't really want a happy ending
This
anyway.
ending's more fitting for someone like me. One where everything is perfectly unsatisfying.
I like her voice. Guess I've talked to everybody now. I should probably head back to my room and then... Space time, rewind. Even after I got back to my room, I kept agonizing over the same thoughts as usual. Time went by as I ruminated, and before I knew it, night had fallen. Night had fallen.
Good night.
This is supposed to be my last night at Last Defense Academy. Not that it really matters now. He is talking about that, yeah. So, the creator of this game is talking about adding, like, more and more and more ending routes in DLC.
Gee, what? No! There's already so many.
There is, 100 of them. Day 100, the day we've been striving for, is coming tomorrow. But this ending is a far cry from what any of us had hoped for. I fought here in order to see the person dearest to me once again. To go back to Katawa, but I let her die. My Katawa is dead. For some reason, she showed up as Nozomi Kirifuji, and she died in my arms. From the moment she died, I'd been full of regret. Regret that I couldn't save her. I feel the same about Ima and Hiroko, and about not seeing Eito's betrayal coming. I regret everything, and it's not only regret that plagues me, it's also frustration. There's still so much that I don't understand.
I know. Even though we talked.
Yeah, like why her memories went wah 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 wah. Why did Katawa show up like that? What happened to her? And then there's Eito's final words to me.
Right. That's what you think the truth is.
Yep. Am I okay not knowing? Is it really okay for things to end like this? But if I go back to the past, I'll have to fight 100 days all over again. Will I fight again? Will we go to war again? Is that the correct path for me to take? I spent my 99th night at the academy turning the same thoughts over and over in my head. And then... Day 100. We finally made it to day 100. Dawn of the final day. The day the undying flames were originally meant to rain down on the planet. The day we'd put a stop to world death by burning all of the invaders to ash, taking us with them. The day that all of humanity up on that satellite has been waiting for, but now...
Ah.
Huh? Someone's here? It's Eito, somehow. As I opened the door, a panicked voice greeted me. Takumi, something crazy's happened. Come right away. What is it? What happened? Just get to the war room. Everyone's already there. Oh, come on. After that one-sided conversation, Tsubasa ran off. What was that all about? It couldn't be the invaders, could it? Did they come for their final all-out attack? If they are here, what do we do? Fight them? Do we even have a reason to keep fighting anymore? I guess we're meeting in the war room to discuss it. I'd better hurry. Here we go.
Oh, there wouldn't be a Revitomatic.
Yeah, there's no power here. It doesn't matter if we're gonna either die to starvation or die here. Wait.
Oh, what?
Huh? There's power?
Ah.
Why is this the only place with power? Did you fix it, Tsubasa? No, it wasn't me. This morning I was walking around the school and noticed the lights had come back on in here. It's only in this room though. Everything else is still out of order. Is that why you brought us here? That's right. I called everyone here after I heard the news from Kako. You scared the piss out of me. I was convinced the invaders were attacking. I took a look outside, but there are no signs of any enemies approaching. Is the final all-out attack not happening anymore? From the invaders' perspective, there isn't much reason to attack this place anymore. If they had any guts, they'd come after us, but I guess this is what you'd expect from the minions left after the big boss is dead. But why is there suddenly power in this room? And why is Kurata voluntarily not wearing her mask? The undying flames were powering the rest of the school. Maybe this place had a backup power source? So it just automatically went live? Why now? By the way, has anyone seen Lady Kurara? I wonder what happened with her. I'm over here. But don't look, it's embarrassing. What happened to your mask? My doorbell rang so suddenly I was in a hurry to leave, then I stepped on my mask and tore it. I'm right in the middle of fixing it. Don't look, any of you. That just makes me want to stare harder. I love teasing cute girls. Me too. Stop it, Dotami. This isn't the time for that.
Yeah, not the time.
Then something new happened. Strange music suddenly started blasting through the speakers. Whoa. What the? I think I know what this is. Listen, it's the music they play for graduation ceremonies and stuff. I've never been to a graduation, though. My teachers hated me, so I didn't get invited. But why the heck is it? An announcement echoed throughout the school, cutting off Takamaru's question.
The most important moment of this operation will soon begin.
Huh?
Last Defense Academy will now transition to attack mode.
The fuck? Attack mode? What's going on? What exactly is about to begin? Wait, be quiet. Do you hear that? Oh, what are you? We strained our ears to listen for any sounds around us. Sure enough. He's right. I hear something. It's mechanical. Something is running somewhere. Something is running?
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 600 seconds.
Oh, it's gonna... In 10 minutes, it's shooting off all the missiles.
Special Defense Unit members, please evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
Evacuate?
Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch
So
in
they weren't gonna leave us here to die.
590 seconds.
Why would they tell us to evacuate to the schoolyard?
Special Defense Unit members.
Evacuate? Why? Normally you only tell people to evacuate to get to safety.
No.
What?
If they were evacuating to send people to the schoolyard and they're supposed to be sending missiles of undying flames, we would just be outside to get eaten up with the rest of it.
I mean, we'd get eaten up in here anyway from them.
That's true too.
So maybe there's pods in the schoolyard that'll take us away. It's telling us to go to the schoolyard. What do we do? Obviously, we gotta go. Let's find out what the hell's going on. I guess it's better than staying here and rotting. I didn't want any sunlight today. This is seriously depressing. Bewildered, we all started to run to the schoolyard. I'll be right behind you. I just have to fix my mask. Alright, but hurry. Here we are in the schoolyard. I don't see nothing different about it. Is there something here? The announcement said something about attack mode, but I don't... Oh, everyone there, look over there. So Iwasa pointed to the top of the school building. We all looked up. There were several huge missile turrets jutting out of the roof.
Whoa! What are those?
Turrets, it seems. For the missiles. Is this what it meant by attack mode?
Yes.
Was the plan to firebomb the entire planet using those turrets?
Yes.
With the missiles filled with undying flames.
Yes. Huh? They're gonna launch the missiles from there and wipe out all the invaders on Earth, huh? They look so sinister. But nothing's gonna happen now, is it? Those things don't work anymore, right? In theory, there's no more undying flames to fill them, after all. Just then the announcer rang out all around us again.
An omnidirectional. Leading up to the omnidirectional attack, all defenses will be rerouted to the intercept system.
The intercept system?
Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the
They weren't gonna let
schoolyard
us die here.
immediately.
I mean... Ato's the one who said that they would just leave us here to die. He's the one who said that was a terrifying possibility of us just being here to die.
Huh.
So, we were going to go home on day 100. Escape pod. So we weren't going to be sitting here to die.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 390 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
We're going back.
An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Escape pod?
Please the party.
Is that for getting us out of here?
The escape pod. Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Does this mean if we board this escape pod, we can get to the artificial satellite? Then we were actually going to go home from the very start? They had a way for us to get out. We weren't going to be abandoned. Hey, what is that? What's happening? Lady Kurata, you managed to fix your mask. Enough about my mask, you dullard. What the hell is that thing? An escape pod, apparently. It looks like we can use it to get to the artificial satellite. So we don't have to stay here? Freaking sweet. We're gonna get our happy ending after all. What's so happy about it, Ragboy? If we'd known this was coming, we'd never have agreed to the enemy's proposal. What were Nozomi and Ima sacrifices for? Because you didn't trust Nozomi, you trusted Eito, who said, let's trust the commander. She's right, the whole tragedy happened because we wanted to escape. If we just trusted in humanity and fought until the end like Nozomi said, maybe then the mission would have been a success, and we wouldn't have lost her. We dug our own graves. We could have had a happy ending all along, but we messed it up. Kurata's right. We should have believed Nozomi. We made the wrong choice, and this is what we get for it. We screwed ourselves over with our own decisions. But then you think about it, aren't the people on the satellite to blame for keeping us in the dark? If they just told us about the escape pod from the start, this never would have happened. They also did. Sirei said, you're gonna go home after 100 days. They did. You didn't believe them. Yeah, you've got a point. Maybe they had some reason they couldn't contact us, even if they wanted to. Who cares about any of that? I don't care whose fault it is. We made the wrong call. That's why Nozomi and Ima are dead. What a tragic end to our tale. I wish we could do it all over again. Huh? If we could go back in time and do it over again, we wouldn't make the same mistakes again. We could do it right and get our happy ending. Whoever developed the game of life is a real scumbag for not giving us any retries. If we could redo things, if we could go back to the past. We stood there in silence until eventually.
60 seconds until the omnidirectional attack.
Hey, we've only got 60 seconds left. Not like we got any reason to rush. Nothing's gonna happen.
30 seconds remaining.
We stood in silence listening to the countdown ring out.
20 seconds.
This countdown represents a future that we were unable to reach. The moment the world was meant to end. The moment a new world was meant to begin.
10 seconds remaining.
The long, arduous battle we'd fought in order to reach that future.
5 seconds.
It was all meaningless in the end.
3, 2, 1.
Our war ended not with a bang, but a whimper.
Error. A catastrophic error has occurred in the system. Unable to execute omnidirectional attack. Error. A catastrophic...
Nothing happened. The mission really has failed now. This is all our fault. I'm a disgrace to the Osazuki name. What do we do now? What else? Our only option is to hop in the escape pod and head to the artificial satellite. That's right, there's nothing left here except invaders. No point in sticking around. Guess Earth is gonna get destroyed by world death eventually. I want to fly in a rocket. The last one never even left the ground. But how could we possibly face everybody on the satellite? They're going to be mad, aren't they? Will they forgive us? We'll have to bow our heads and ask for forgiveness. Let's rub our faces on the floor until they're all scraped up. But we tried, right? We risked our lives to fight for them. Doesn't mean a damn thing if we didn't produce results. I absentmindedly listened to what everyone had to say. Nothing we lost would ever return. There was nothing we could do anymore. Is this really the ending we want? It's time to give my answer. It's time to choose the right path for me. It's time to save the game and choose the let's just leave path. I get to decide. I have to press forward and trust in my decision. And in order to make that happen... Decision time! Choose your destiny. It's my future.
We don't trust Eito around these parts. No, we don't.
Never did. I literally said I wanted him to die.
Literally, when at the beginning, when he left, he was like, "Oh, we just let him die then," because he was like, "He's not gonna help us fight anyway." So what's the point?
Yeah.
Of it?
Is this okay? Can I really let things end this way? No, it can't end like this. I don't want it to. Come on, go fuck yourself.
Oh, that wasn't one of the endings. Damn.
No, you don't start getting the different route endings until the actual go back to the past.
Oh, I see.
So we have to go back to the past in order to start playing the game proper.
Okay.
Let me check that, Marco.
I can't let things end like this.
You say something, Takumi? I can't let things end with all these regrets. I can't go into a future like this. I want a do-over. Takumi, guys, I might be able to save us. All of us here, all the people on the artificial satellite, even our friends who have died. What? What's going on?
Hey!
Everyone, I need you to hear me out. Determined, I began to explain what had happened to me. About my body feeling the effects of absorbing cryptoglobin from the Undying Flames boy. And what it was I was about to attempt. I told them everything. You mean freaking time travel? Back to the past. I can hardly believe it. Is cryptoglobin really that powerful? Yes. Flying on the wings of time would be a truly epoch-defining event. Chrono Trigger reference! Chrono Trigger reference! Because, so your time machine is basically your airship, and it's initially called the Wings of Time, but you get to name it, and its default name is the Epoch. Chrono Trigger reference! Best game ever! No. Who's ever heard of a killing game where they get to go back in time? Oh wait, there's actually a ton of them. Danganronpa reference! Danganronpa 2 reference! 999 reference! Zero Time Escape, or Zero Time Dilemma reference. Virtue's Last Reward reference. All of them reference! Daybreak 2! I referenced all of them. So you're saying you're considering using that power to go back in time? Yes, I want to do it over. I'll do whatever it takes to get back what we've lost. So I'm going to use cryptoglobin to go back in time, to change our outcome. But you're the only one who can go back, right? We really can't go with you? I want to help Ima too. I'm sorry, that won't be possible. So basically, you're the only one who gets to leave the present where everything's gone to shit. You're gonna abandon us failures here and do it all over again by yourself, huh? But if Takumi goes to the past and saves us, history will change and we'll be saved too, right? I guess it all depends on how the effects play out. The present might change the moment the past has changed, or history could branch off and this present would never change at all. Ultimately, both outcomes are just as armchair theories, so we'll never really know unless Takumi tries. Both of them sound pretty cool to me. If the writer's any good, they can make any outcome interesting. So there's no knowing what will happen to us here, including whether anything will change or not. I'm still confused. Can anyone explain it using a manga as a reference? Steins Gate. Have you ever read the one with the blue robot cat? Eden Zero.
Oh.
The one thing we know for sure is that Takumi is the only one who can redo the past. I know stuff. It's nothing useful, but I know it. That's not fair. You'll be the only one who gets to feel better. Basically, it means you're going to abandon us. Knowing that, are you still going to do it? Even if you got to discard the people you fought beside? Shouldn't you maybe rethink this? There's no reason to subject yourself to this war all over again. Just forget about it. Come to the satellite with us. We can all live a nice, quiet life up there. Give it to us straight, Takumi. If I don't like your answer, I can't promise I'll be able to control myself. It's my life.
Oh, maybe we...
No, fine. Y'all are right. I'll stay here. We can all be miserable together. Some friends you are not wanting me to try and save you. No matter what I might try and tell himself. I can't. But thou must. But thou must.
I'm sorry. I have to go back. No matter what. I have to take back what this war took from me.
You're serious, aren't you? Yeah, I'm going back in time. We won't be going to the artificial satellite together. The person I cared about isn't waiting for me there anyway. I have no reason to go. I'm going to redo everything and get her back. That's why I'm going to fight again. I'm the ultimate simp through space-time. Looks like you ain't gonna listen to anything we have to say. In that case, go for it, man. If you're that determined, just do what you gotta do. And that means this is goodbye. Sorry, Takemaru. Takumi, you're really going to go? I wish I could join you. I'm sorry, Kako. Man, I don't get you at all. You gotta be crazy to want to fight again after everything we've been through. All I can say is, good luck. Thank you for spending all this time with a filth bag pig like me. Be well, Takumi. I don't really understand what's going on, but I bid you farewell. Sir Takumi, Godspeed. May you be victorious. This doesn't mean I forgive you. In fact, I'll hold this against you until I die. But if you're going to do this, make sure you do it right. Don't let Nozomi die this time. You were the first one to jump on her, Kurata. Of course. Bye-bye, Takumi, if you find yourself in a real killing game. Summon me into that timeline, isekai style. Then I guess we should get going. The remainder of humanity is waiting for us on the artificial satellite. Yeah, that's right. Goodbye, Takumi.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
And so, everybody except me stepped onto the escape pod. Nobody turned to look back at me or at the school. A short while after all of them had been boarded, yeah, Eito was the one who made all those claims about us being abandoned, possibly. He's the one who gaslit us to the fuck. I hope they can at least find happiness over there. We may have failed the mission, but they still risk their lives to save humanity. They have the right to live happy lives from here on. They should be rewarded even. I'm sure they'll be fine. Unlike me, they have people they love waiting for them up there. Oh, because, you know, fuck your mom, I guess. And as time goes on, they'll be able to find more people to save. I'm sure they'll be able to live happily. It just won't be on Earth, that's all. Now then, I'd better get going. I don't actually know how I'm supposed to go back in time, though. Should I just activate my redo skill?
Nothing left to do but try.
Redo your 100 days. But do we get to at least stay as strong as we are? That's how we got here.
Takumi, hello? Say something if you're still there. We just got to the artificial satellite and it's awful.
Hey, asshole! Now's not the time for time travel.
No.
We just found out the craziest shit. Are you ready for this?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh,
no!
Oh no!
So we should have just went, but the game didn't let us go.
The past decides the future. The future decides the past.
Time to do it all over again. One more time. I will return to the past, as far back as the power of the cryptoglobin will allow me to go. I'll redo everything from that point onward, so I can protect the one I care about the most.
So I can simp the hardest.
I'm sick of being full of regret. I'm going to choose my own future, and I'll fight all over again to make it happen. I'll fight the past with the future in my hands. I get to decide what the future will be now. I'll use my power to choose the ending I want.
Out of the 100 that are available.
The past and the future. It all starts now. Until the moment I die, I'll fight to live. This time, I have to press forward and trust in my decision.
How many days
100.
Just wasn't even gonna enjoy the song with that.
Ghost Boy
Oh,
Blank.
redacted.
Ghost Boy Redacted. Oh!
Oh.
That was... Oh. I bet that's gonna be spoiler related shit from basic different endings.
Yeah, yeah. Damn. So he should have activated his power then.
Now we got second scenario coming. Looks like different routes. Please, YouTube, don't flag this for copyright. It's gonna flag it for copyright.
Probably is.
Arranged by the Burning Deadwoods. Now the question is, how are we gonna do this? I don't think you'll ever do a 100 line 2. Especially since I think the studio that did this game is going under.
Damn, that sucks.
Say, I know those 3 visual novel games, the 999 trilogy we're going to be playing soon?
Yeah.
One of the writers, like one of the main writers from that game actually wrote for this game too.
Oh.
So it's like a combo of the Danganronpa people and the Zero Escape people.
Oh.
So, like, it's actually crazy. Since Aniplex was part of this, Madoka Magica routes when? Like, we go into a timeline and it's Homura and witches and shit. So we have Takumi fighting Walpurgis with Homura and shit. That'd be pretty badass.
That would be cool.
To be continued. Right now.
Like, their transition is not good.
What do you mean?
It was so bad on the satellite, they felt the need to send the thing fucking back with the walkie-talkie thing.
And it came back really quickly, too. That's new. Did it always look like that? I don't know. But we're going to call the video here. As always, thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow me on Twitch, ArcNova3. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon link in the description. For just $1 a month, you can help support me bringing the best content that I can.
Till then.
Come on, this placeholder, where you at? Here you are. Shantae, girl, you gotta get into your lane. We're on part 39. Hey everyone, ArcNova here.
And Focus Seal.
Getting back to some more. Let's play the 100 line Last Defense Academy. Maybe, I guess that's where we're at. I don't know. Yeah, no, this game actually got killer stellar reviews. Like, it's a lot of people's Game of the Year contender. Somewhere far away, someone is calling for me. Kadoa? No, not her. That's... Or is it her after all? She's the same, but different. That's right, I promised. I made her a promise, and this time I'm going to keep it. I have to keep my promise. There's no way I'm going to break it this time. So we're gonna need you to be like super on the ball with notations, because I want to make each ending a short.
Oh, okay.
So we're probably not going to be reaching any endings anytime soon, I would imagine, because some people say like you have to go through like between like 30 to all 100 days for different endings, for only some slight changes in dialogue. I'll start this war all over again if that's what it takes. And I'll fight. I have to fight. 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 I jolted up right in bed, throwing off my covers in a panic. My whole body was drenched in sweat and my heart was racing like I just woken up from a nightmare.
Was it just a dream?
I couldn't remember exactly what kind of dream it had been, but it had left its mark on me all the same. My throat was hoarse as if I'd been yelling over and over again, and my heart was pounding. Not with fear or panic, but something closer to a burning resolve. What happened? Why can't I remember? Well, whatever it was, I'm wide awake now. It's not even close to morning yet. Maybe I'll step outside for some fresh air. It's red now.
It is.
The title's different.
Yep.
To show we're on back in time route. I got out of bed and slowly made my way toward the door. Along the way, I happened to catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. It's me. In spite of everything, I'm still me, right? It's the same face I see in the mirror every morning, but somehow something about it seems wrong. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like this reflection doesn't feel like me anymore.
Who are you? I'm Takumi Sumino.
We don't know anymore.
What am I doing?
Oh, that's new. That didn't happen the first time he did that. He just absorbed himself. Oh, he got all the memories. Okay.
Where am I? Who am I?
Struggling to make sense of the images flooding into my mind, I staggered outside. Everything was how I remembered it. The rooftop, the plain prefab huts that served as our rooms. And, of course, the wall of undying flames surrounding the school. Having lost them once before, seeing them again was almost comforting, encouraging.
No doubt about it. It works. This is
the past.
I did it. I've traveled back in time.
Indeed. That fact slowly started to sink in. This was really happening.
This time I won't mess things up. I'll keep my promise. Nothing is going to stop me this time.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll protect the ones I hold dear. And we'll all go to the satellite together. I won't let things play out the way they did before.
Is that the moon? Right on cue, I felt a presence behind me. His presence. I could finally hear the strange boy's voice. The way I was now, he could communicate directly with the cryptoglobin in my blood.
You're wrong. It's not the moon. That's the artificial satellite humanity's survivors fled to. Huh? You wanted to see if I could understand you, right? Well, I can. Give it a try.
You can really hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. My cryptoglobin is strong enough now. I used a little of your power to come here from the future.
My power? The future?
I know, it's a lot to take in. You don't have to believe me right away, but it's true. I absorbed your cryptoglobin and came back. To try again. To redo these 100 days. And make things better.
You're right. It is a lot, but I believe you. Really? Just like that? Siray keeps me informed about what's going on, but I know he's kept my existence a secret from you. I doubt you'd be this calm if it were really your first time seeing me. You're even able to talk to me in this form. That alone is enough for me to believe what you're saying is true. Thanks. That'll make things a lot easier. It also explains the irregularity I sensed a little while ago. And irregularity? I'm not sure how to explain it. I felt a kind of pulse, I suppose. Then my body got hot and feverish. It was like my cryptoglobin had suddenly been supercharged. If that's true, then I put my hand over my chest to feel my own heartbeat. That violent pulsing, it felt the same as before I left. I think I might have come back with all my powers intact. It's not just your memories. Your cryptoglobin was also carried over from the previous timeline. In that case, what I felt before is probably my cryptoglobin resonating with yours. Resonated? Yes, sensing a power equal to its own must have stimulated it. You're saying your powers got stronger just because I'm here? I'm only guessing. Even I don't know very much about how cryptoglobin works. But if it can send your consciousness back in time, I don't think it's out of the question for it to cause a reaction in other users. The flow of time is by nature to blah blah blah. We've already seen that. You're probably right. In the future, you told me something similar. I did? Interesting. But assuming your arrival is what stimulated my cryptoglobin, I don't think I'm the only one to benefit from its effect. The other members of the Special Defense Unit should have felt it too. Almost like our powers are syncing up. So everyone else is stronger now too. That's unexpected, but I guess it's a good thing. We're all on the same side after all. But I still don't understand what you're doing here. It must be important if you'd subject yourself to 100 days of war all over again. Just what happened in the future you come from?
Fucked up, dude.
It's a long story. Before I get to that, can you tell me how far I've come back? What day is this? It's the day after you were all brought here. Day 2 out of 100. Day 2. What happened here the first time around? I felt like there was something important, but... What are you doing out here anyway? There must be a reason you appeared. Oh, of course. I almost forgot in all this excitement. I needed to ask you something. That's why I created this avatar and went looking for someone to talk to. What did you want to ask me about? Have you seen Siray? He comes to the defense room to talk to me every night, but he didn't show up today. Huh? Siray? Of course. That's what's so important about our second day here. Yeah, okay.
Hey.
That was when Siray disappeared, right after promising to tell us the truth about the war. This is the night Ato kills Siray. He does what? We have to find them. We might still be in time to stop it. Alright, if Siray's in danger, I won't ask questions. I'll help you look for him. It's not easy for me to maintain this form, but it sounds like there are more important things at stake. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'll let you know as soon as I find anything. Blah, 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 blah. That's you.
That is.
The ghost boy disappeared into thin air, as if he'd been swallowed up by his own flames. If I can protect Siray, the future is bound to change. I have to stop Ato. I won't let him mess everything up this time. Before beginning my search, I headed to the war room. Whatever happened next, I was going to need my infuser. Okay, I'm ready to take on Ato. Now I just have to find him. Back in my timeline, he said he called Siray out to discuss something. Where was it again? I think he said the schoolyard. Yeah, I think he said the schoolyard. Or the entrance hall, rather. Nope. Fence room?
Maybe we have to talk to the dude girl first, since he's in the hallway.
No, he doesn't have an icon. He said...
Oh, okay.
Like, Ato said he called him out somewhere. I could just skip over
I
that.
feel like it would have been the roof if...
No, he called Siray out somewhere. I actually cannot remember where he said he called him out to. Was it the cafeteria? Where did he say he called them to? Infirmary? No. I can't remember what he said he called them to.
Let me look it up so you don't get the thing.
Oh, I'm not gonna get the thing. I have powers.
The gym.
The gym?
The gym.
I mean, I have it on the video.
Oh, that's true.
You didn't need to get spoiled by things.
Oh no, I just looked it up based off of the thing.
Okay, well, don't do that.
Okay, I won't do that.
Alright, so to the gym.
Oh, maybe that's not it.
War room, infirmary, leisure.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there's
Oh, there we go.
the guy. I flung the rope to the gym and charged aside, afraid of what I might find.
Takumi,
Ah,
what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Me? Oh, I just...
You told Sirei there was something you wanted to discuss alone after sleeping hours.
What?
He's taught you how to use Hemo Anima, and you've used this conversation to get him to relax around you. Now you're planning to take advantage of his dropped guard to destroy him before he has a chance.
Huh.
Destroyed me. What are you thinking, Yatsuki? You'll never be able to defeat the invaders without me. Besides, did you forget what I told you earlier? You got a bomb in you I can detonate whenever I want. That won't matter so long as he takes you out in one hit. He can always come back with a revival-matic. You know, you're right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. But why would you want to kill me anyway? I was going to tell you the truth tomorrow. I'm being nice. If I die, you won't have a clue what's going on here, and having no leader will make your battles even harder. That's exactly what he wants, but I won't let that happen this time. This time? Takumi, what's gotten into you? This is all a big misunderstanding. I wasn't really going to harm Siri. I just wanted to threaten him a little, to make sure he wasn't lying. I mean, he says we're fighting a war to decide the fate of all humanity. If that's true, then you want to sabotage it and guarantee humanity is destroyed. Isn't that right? What? You want humanity to be destroyed? What are you talking about? Why would I want to do something so horrible? Don't try to deny it. I know how you see us as unsightly, freakish, eerie monsters. What? And you think you've been chosen as some kind of savior who will rid the planet of our vile species? No use hiding it, Ato. I know everything. You hate humanity? I don't understand. How? I've never told anyone about any of that, not even once. So how?
What do you know about all this, Takumi?
If you want to blame somebody, blame your future self. You laid it all out in a lengthy monologue. What? It's the future? That's right. I come from a future where you sabotaged this academy. I came back to fix it, to stop you. So it's not just your appearance. You're actually crazy too. Well, I have to say, this is a disappointment. I was so sure you'd be the easiest one to deceive. What a pity that I'll have to kill you first. I'm ready for you this time.
I'm going to stop you and change the future.
Yeah. Rick rolling all that. Do, 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 never gonna give you up.
What are you talking about, Takumi? So it's not just your appearance. You're actually crazy, too. It doesn't matter. You can try to stop me, but you don't stand it. I just felt a surge in my Hemo Anima.
What? Your Hemo Anima?
Time to test it on you. Prepare to die, vile human!
Alright. Alright. Now dying should give you endings, right?
You're in the way!
Yeah, now dying should give me an ending.
It's
I
over!
would imagine. The route where Takumi couldn't take Eito down? Absorb the baby's cryptic globins, transform Takumi's Crimson Assault skill to Azure Blitz. Piercing effect capable of killing distant enemies.
It's all right. That all you got?
You're in the way!
Not like this.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
That would have been a perfect ending to get you used to the fact there's a bajillion endings. Is just that Takumi fails to stop Eito ending.
What are you talking? What?
Yeah. Takumi Sumino dies, blah, blah, blah.
Let's do this.
Here we go!
Good to go.
And this is why I put it all in the him basket.
Yep. I was stupid.
Yep.
I've got this.
Oh, it's literally just telling me to fucking just instantly Azure Blitz him.
One last strike.
Oh, his sword looks cool now.
Oh!
It was fucking cool.
Victory. Yay.
Impossible. How can you be so much stronger than me? That was really something, Sumino. When did you get so strong? I mean, you did okay in yesterday's battle, but you're on a whole other level now. It's only been 1 day since then. What happened to you? Only 1 day. Maybe that's how it seems to you, but for me, it's been so much longer. I've already spent a full 100 days with you, Eito. I never even guessed at your true nature until it was too late.
Everything we did, everything we sacrificed, it was all for nothing. All because of you.
Where's all this coming from, Sumino? What's going on with
I
you?
think I can explain, Sirei.
I gave him power 100 days later, and it was awesome. Another voice joined in the conversation, speaking directly into my head at the same time. He appeared. What the? Eito really did betray us. It's just like you said, Takumi. You made some kind of avatar out of Undying Flames? I didn't know you could do that. I was worried when you didn't come to the defense room. Well, it's more than that, really. I wanted to see the people who are fighting to protect me up close at least once. Can you hear him too, Sirei? That's right. He can only communicate via hemo-anima telepathy, but I've got equipment built into me to receive those signals. Now, you said you could explain all this. Yes, you might have trouble believing Takumi, but it will probably mean more coming from me. The Ghost Boy went on to tell Sirei everything I've told him when I arrived in this timeline. Naturally, the little creature was taken aback. Who wouldn't? He used hemo-anima to travel through time. Now that you mentioned, Aotsuki did say he felt a sudden surge of power back there. It seems to be a side effect of Takumi's arrival here. Well, butter my biscuits. I never expected anything like this to happen. Just goes to show you we haven't even scratched the surface of what cryptoglobin can do. What are you all talking about? Where did this fiery monster come from? All that stuff about the future, is it really true? What have you done, Takumi? You don't need to know that. You'll only try to use anything I tell you against me anyway. It's over, Eito. I won't let you destroy humanity. You're going to kill me, then? Is that what you're saying? You seem like such a nice guy, too. You must really hate me. What did I do to deserve such malice, Takumi? Think about it. I haven't actually done anything. Are you really going to take my life because of something you think I might do? There's no might about it. You'll definitely mess things up if I don't stop you. I know you well enough to be sure of that. It's not like anything I can say will change your mind about humanity, can it? You're right. There's no changing who I am. You're all just unsightly monsters. That's a firm, immutable truth. As long as I live, I'll never stop hating your whole vile species. I've got to say, you two are full of surprises, both of you. How an outlier like you ended up here is a real mystery, Outski. The desire to eliminate humanity is totally antithetical to our mission here. I'll have to look into how such an error could have occurred. Now that I know all of this, there's no use preserving you anymore. Sirius' eyes flashed red. Bleep. Huh? What did you just do? I erased his DNA from the Ribomatic. Alright. So Ato can't be revived anymore? Exactly. All that's left is for you to execute him and everything will be back on track. So, I'm doing this. I'm killing Ato before he can do any harm. Wait, Takumi, I won't try to stop you, but take a moment to think about this. You said you came back so you could change the future. What kind of future do you want to create? And is killing him the only way to achieve it? It might not be the only way, but it's my way. It's the way I'm doing it. I have the choice of whether or not I kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
True.
I'm killing him.
You were gonna leave him dead.
I was gonna leave him dead. Oh, sorry, couldn't find him. The future I want. Oh, you should absolutely kill him. Leave him alive and we'll have no kind of future at all. He's an enemy of all humanity, just like the invaders. He doesn't deserve your pity. Right. I'm inconvenient for you, so just get rid of me. Isn't that how humans have made it this far? Damn right. And we're gonna keep on going. Apex species! Humanity! Humanity! Ignore the fact that you'll be taking innocent life for your own selfish purposes. If it's for humanity's sake, then anything goes, isn't that right? Humanity! Ato's not about to change his mind. He's still just as much of a threat as ever. And I know better than anyone the kind of terrible things he's capable of. But I can't deny that this Ato hasn't done any of that yet.
Yeah, to me it doesn't matter. He already has the malice and he doesn't really care about changing it, so
yep.
okay,
And he's not an invader. He's a human being, just like me. Is killing this version of him really the right thing to do? This has to be my decision. I'm done with letting others control my fate. I'm going to control your fate. That's why I came back in the first place, to create a new future on my own terms. Whatever path I choose here, I have to be prepared to see it through. It's time to make my choice. From now on, the story will diverge greatly depending on Takumi's decisions. You'll be able to come back and explore other choices later. Now decide Ato's fate. Like, obviously, I'm killing that bitch. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Victory. Revenge.
He was always creeping on me in the other timeline. I wanted him dead way before he even betrayed me.
That's true, too. Fucking.
That's right. Just like the Undying Flames boy said, I came back so I could change the future. If I let Ato live, history might repeat itself. If I don't want that to happen, then my choice is clear. I need to end his life here and now. I'd say Saz, but I'm not.
Nope. Not about this.
I don't care how helpful he was in future battles.
Somebody has to do it.
Well, actually, doing this, we now have our axe girl now that she'll fucking...
Yeah, she'll go fuck it up.
Yeah, she'll fuck it up. Fucking, we don't use that.
It'll be hard to use her, though, because she has to get 3 kills per round to get that attack plus 3. But yeah, well, we got her back now.
Yeah, we got her back. Fucking fuck you,
This is
it.
Yeah.
You're finished.
We might actually be able to say Bobo.
Maybe.
That would be cool if we could say Bobo.
And we get his power too. Sweet. Easy peasy. Suddenly I found myself walking to my room. It was almost like I was running to something.
Oh.
There we go.
Whoa.
Okay. There's our so you know how I showed you that oh, the 100 line 02. So you know how I showed you, so you know how Daybreak did it. We had this kind of thing in Daybreak.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even showing us every day we've had diverging choices.
Okay.
So
I should probably still write it down though. So I think I'm going to.
Okay.
Let me put my notes. So.
So here's okay. Yeah, so Daybreak is a game from the Trails series, Brian. Very awesome RPG. Alright, so here's Last Defense Academy. Everything was just a straight line.
Yep.
Like everything's just a straight line all up until the end. Then I hit Y and we get Last Defense Academy 2. This is where we get our diverging choices.
Got it. Okay.
And I can actually choose
1 second.
day 2. Which it actually also does, like, mark for me.
That's true. So we killed Ato, because fuck him.
I mean, it's also going to show us, like, what we did. Because here we have kill Ato.
Yeah.
Decision right here.
We probably do get something for saving him, but
We do.
saving him.
And then here's the let him live stuff.
Okay. I have the note.
So, chapter select. Good stuff. So I actually don't need to have all these fucking... Cool. So I actually don't need to have all these different save slots then.
Yeah,
if it'll give me the chapter select to go to where I want to go.
I don't know, I'm paranoid I may still keep one anyway.
Daybreak is not free.
Also, can you start with Daybreak?
Kinda. Like it wouldn't. Nothing would make sense, but kinda. So, Trails Through Daybreak is actually like the 12th or so game in an incredibly long-running series, and all those games are interconnected. So, if you're gonna start with that series, which is very, very long-running, you could either start with Trails Through Cold Steel or Trails in the Sky. Each of those has a trilogy So, Trails in the Sky is the first one, and that's a trilogy. And then you have the Trails of Cold Steel quadrilogy, but there's also 2 other games, Trails Through Azure and Trails from Zero. Or you could just watch my full playthroughs of all the games on my YouTube channel, because I have them all there.
It is a super commitment if
It is
you
a
decide
giga commitment,
to.
yes.
Yeah, it is a super commitment if you decide to play those games, but those games are really fun.
I will post a link to the playlist of the first game. God, I have so many playlists. Yep. New full playlist. I made the rooftop and I saw him and they've been waiting for me. What's going on? Because we know, why would you leave the gym without saying anything? Because I just murdered a currently innocent human being? Maybe you didn't want to see Outski looking like that? You have nothing to worry about, Sumino. You made a wise decision. You did the right thing. He was trying to destroy me. You're commanding officer. And that's not all. He was trying to slaughter all of humanity. You're our savior, the hero who saved mankind. So you don't have a single thing you need to regret. I don't know about that, personally. I get the feeling you're walking down the wrong path. Or perhaps I should say he strayed off the path he was meant to walk as a human being. It may be true that Ato committed many crimes in the future, you know, Takumi. But he hadn't done anything wrong here and now, had he? Thought crimes. He was going to. 1984. I'm watching. I'm Big Brother. That's me. You've executed an innocent human being for crimes he might have possibly committed in the future. That's true. Like, technically, if we let him live, we could diverge to a bunch of different paths and try and like get him to see our side, potentially. Because now that we know what kind of person he is and how he views us and shit, we would then have 100 days to actually try and truly befriend him and change his mind. But now, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
For now.
No.
And then And then in a future future routing when we get more endings, I gotta save my friend. Right now, fuck that bitch.
Too angry. Fuck that bitch.
The wound's too fresh.
It is. Fuck it. Fuck that bitch.
People can change. I believe so, at least. But you didn't give him the chance. Damn right. That doesn't sound like the right thing to do to me. Hey, you. You want to be next? You want to be next? Shut up. Huh? Do you think I don't know all that already? You don't have to shove it down my throat. I clenched my fists and practically barked my rebuttal at the ghost boy before running off to my room. It was oppressively silent in my room. I didn't bother to turn the lights on. I just sank into a corner and wrapped my arms around my knees. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I repeated this to myself over and over again.
You're our savior.
I am. I'm the best. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. But why can't I stop thinking about what he said after?
You've executed an innocent human being for crimes he might have possibly committed in the future. People can change. I believe so, at least. But you didn't give him the chance.
Damn right. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I covered my ears and squeezed my eyes shut. But when I did, I could see Ato, now a blackened lump of flesh, staring at me hatefully. My eyes flew open. I was scared to so much as blink. I focused on my breathing, the only sound in the room. And spent the night curled into a ball, my eyes wide open the whole time. You've unlocked chapter select. This option will allow you to jump to the beginning of each day or directly before or after story decisions. You can access chapter select from the menu. Use it to complete 100% of the story. So, fucking... Thing is, I don't know when I'm... Like...
Get ready for your... Prepare to... Be ready to...
I would hope that each ending of each route I would know is the ending because of the... It would lead me to the credits. Takumi, what the hell, man? Why did you... Ato, he... Everyone's cold eyes pierced through as I stepped into the cafeteria. They were all staring at me suspiciously. We all saw the body in the gym. And then Siri showed up. Right, I explained what happened to everyone. I told them you came from the future. I told them Ato was abnormal, that he tried to destroy me last night. I told them everything, but they seemed reluctant to believe me. Obviously, you tell us he came back from the future. And you think any of us are dumb enough to just be like, oh, well, if you say so. Yeah, none of us are that stupid. If a useless single-celled organism like me might be permitted to speak up, are we sure Takumi isn't experiencing some sort of delusion? At the very least, there's no way he can prove he's not. That would mean Mr. Suino got caught up in this delusion and ended up murdering someone. That would make him the abnormal one around here. Kako's words weighed heavily on me, but it wasn't true. I'm not sure if I'd made the right choice last night. I still didn't have the confidence in my decision, even though I already made it. But what I experienced last time really happened. There's no way this was a delusion. I need them to understand that, if nothing else. Everyone, hear me out. It's a long story, but... I looked right into everyone's eyes as I began to recount what I know about the previous 100 days. I told them everything that happened. World Death, Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, the artificial satellite. I told them about the boy made of undying flames and his infant body in the defense room. Even the existence of Second to Last Defense Academy and the 5 other fighters there under the command of Nigo. The only thing I left out was what I learned about Nozomi, the secret she'd shared that first time between her and me. It was night by the time I was done talking, but still, doubt in their faces never left. I knew why, too. It was because I'd killed Ato. In their eyes, my story was nothing more than an elaborate and lengthy excuse. Like I was trying to confuse them by weaving a fantastical, impossible tale. I see. I think I understand. It doesn't look that way to me. I simply mean I understand what you think happened. Whether it's true or not is another story. Talking anymore is just a waste of time. Why don't we call it for today and get out of here? Right, it's late now. What do we do with Ato's body? It's still lying there in the gym. Should we bury him? Wait, it would be so pitiful to bury him when he looks like a burnt pretzel stick. I wish we could do something about that. Like what? Restore his body to how it used to be, perhaps? Is that even possible? Obviously, I can't do it, but maybe Siri? Oh, well, I mean, it's not like I can't do it, but... It's a super secret technique written at the very end of the super secret commanding officer manual. So how in the world did you know about it, Shizuhara? Just a guess. I guess. But why would we do that? I told you, it's such a pity. We don't know if he really was a traitor or not. A body deserves dignity no matter what sins that person may have committed in life. Isn't it only normal to want a body in such a tragic state to look more like it used to be? No! He killed you! Fuck him! No one objected to her suggestion. Siri reluctantly agreed. He must have decided it wasn't worth antagonizing everyone over when it was only our third day here. And so we transported Ato's body to a classroom on the second floor. Fuck that son of a gun. It's cold. What is this room?
Oh.
It's a morgue. Hey, we never did anything here. And it makes sense. We couldn't officially die. But now we have the second floor classroom open as the morgue. Interesting. What? I don't remember that from the last time. You never used it. Well, in a way, that's a good thing. This is where we store the bodies of those whose causes of death are unknown. Say one of you got killed by an unknown weapon during a defensive battle. A bioweapon or nanomachines or something like that. In that case, we'd need to dissect you in order to properly determine the cause. We need a place to store the bodies in a situation like that. Which is why we have this room. The temperature is set really low to keep the bodies from decomposing. Everybody hunched their shoulders against the cold as they looked around the room. Their breaths steamed in the air. Well then, I'm going to get started on restoring the body. Would you all mind stepping out? How long will it take? I should have it done by tomorrow morning. Alright, one last thing. We were about to leave when Siri stopped us. I know it's sudden, but as of today, I'd like to officially designate Sumino as the Special Defense Team Unit's leader. Huh? You saved me, Sumino, and you know the future. Plus, you have red hair, so that'll make you a great leader. True that? What kind of reason is that? I will not entertain any objections. That's an order from your commanding officer. Disobey and you will be court-martialed. You're to do as Sumino says starting tomorrow. Got it? Yeah, leader. Humanity. Leader. We returned to the roof. Everybody's faces were even more gloomy than having seen Ato's body up close. They all vanished inside the rooms without saying a word. Left on my own, I casually glanced up at the sky and saw the satellite. The artificial satellite hung in the sky, lit with countless mechanical lights. It felt further away than the last time I saw it. Just then, I heard a pop inside my head. The very next moment, I was suddenly unconscious. God damn it. We got clubbed again somehow. Now who's betraying me? In the morning, I skipped going to the cafeteria and went back there. Instead, somebody else had gotten there before me. Hideko. Good morning. Did you eat breakfast? No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I can maybe go for a frog, though.
Oh.
A frog? Forget that. It's a fucking dissection joke. What are you doing here? After a moment of silence, Hideko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I wanted to see the results of the restoration. Siri's not here. Does that mean he's done? Only one way to find out. Hideko approached the body. She stopped in front of it and quietly pulled back the sheet covering Ato's body.
Looks like it's done. At the very least, he's not a burnt pretzel anymore.
Okay, Hideko, can you leave so I can turn him into a burnt pretzel? Slurp. I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. Of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time, but I felt some guilt about bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful, massive emotions within me eased a little.
It feels wrong to bury him in the dirt after all this effort to get him so pristine. Why don't we leave him like this for a little longer?
No. What? Hideko covered him with a sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room. There you guys are. We found something messed up. Come look. Messed up? Just hurry. You'll see for yourself. Hideko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon our arrival. Killing game time! What is this? Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on a digital blackboard. I looked at the message. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all. Sounds like Dotomy. I was the first one to find it. I finished breakfast early and was wandering around the school when I saw this. Then he came back to the cafeteria and told us about it. So I guess killing Ato starts the killing game route, because we technically killed one of our own.
I guess
at the start. For what reason doesn't matter, we technically killed a comrade. So I guess we're on a killing game route.
Huh?
We all came running to see for ourselves. But who would pull some kind of dumb prank like this? Prank? I said what I said. Who would take this shit seriously? Looks like it's some snot-nosed kid wrote it. I believe it, though. It's way more interesting that way. I smell a killing game in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not the work of an invader. The alarm would have gone off if one of them tried to get in here. They don't know our language on top of that. I doubt it could have been one of them. What if it was Ato? Huh? Maybe the restoration brought him back, like a zombie? I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been restored, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this threat is in the room with us now? Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes were filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea what I was getting at. That's right, Sire. I definitely wouldn't put it past him. But why would he write a threatening message like this? We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Sire. We found him only seconds later. It turned out he was very close to the classroom.
No.
So he still died.
Siri?
What the hell?
You're kidding.
Why? How could this happen to him?
Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. Yeah, especially since his body was disposed of on school grounds this time.
Right.
After all, I'd seen this very scene before the last time I went through this. Back then, Ato had been responsible for it, but Ato didn't exist in this world any longer. I'd killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet, the same thing is happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Ato in the first place was to prevent this. So how? Why? We returned to the classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Their eyes were cast downward, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence. Takamaru, do you still think this is all a prank? But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us a chance to leave. Maybe it means the kill you all part will start as soon as we see the message. Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Siri was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise. That means it happened before Gaku found the message. So one of us had to die before we even knew we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable. In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion and then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime. Dadami had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Siri to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine so long as we did what they demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee that the person who wrote the message was the same person who destroyed Siri. It wasn't out of the question that the message was really just a prank. But even if it was, we'd still have to deal with their threat of whoever destroyed Siri still being nearby. For now, I need to figure out if we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school or do we ignore it and stay? It's up to me to decide.
I don't even know.
Maybe I should make this your playthrough.
No.
I'll take care of the gameplay parts. Like I'll take care of the combat parts. But you know, leave you to make all the decisive decisions. We're gonna go through it all anyway.
I don't want to choose. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna choose next time. As always, thank you all for watching, and if you're enjoying the series and want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow me on Twitch DarkNova3, and if you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. For just $1 a day, or $1 a month, you can help support me bringing the best content that I can.
Till then.
And you may not, Brian. This is solely going to be on me and her. She is the decider. Or I might be the decider. She's going to, I don't know.
I'll do it on the next playthrough.
What do you mean next playthrough?
You'll probably end up playing this again.
Do you know how this is going to work? I would literally just be going back to every decision point and choosing the other option.
I see.
So there isn't going to be a next full playthrough. It's going to be, when I reach one ending, I'm just going to go back and make different decisions at all the different branching paths. Like, we're going to do it all anyway.
They want everyone to leave the school so they can have the school to themselves. We could end up just asking the ghost bro who that person was. I don't know.
He probably doesn't know.
He may not know.
Hey everyone, Ark Nova here.
And Focus Heal.
So, I guess she doesn't want to be the decider. I guess she doesn't want to have control over the story.
Nah, I can't do it.
She can do it, she just doesn't want to. Like, it's a fucking... It's two options, A or B. But no, we're not going to leave the school. We're going to stay on the community route. I'm 99% sure it's Dotomy.
Hey guys, listen. We can't listen to the message.
Why? The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected. Hey, didn't you come back from the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right? So when's the next attack? The next one is 3 days from now on day 7. Then what's the big deal if leaving this place empty until then? It's just a matter of going outside the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right?
Yeah.
We'd be technically complying with what the message says, and the culprit wouldn't need to follow through with their threat. The next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time, but there's no guarantee the enemy will act in the same way this time. Yeah, especially since the enemy last time was surrounding Ato out there, so who knows where their forces are going to be at. They'll be like, oh, hey, their forces are kind of split up now. Well, let's go.
Right.
Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say? I nodded. There's another thing to consider. Can we really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to Sire before we even saw the message. There's no way a person like that's ever going to keep their word. Ergo, this has to be a trap. I got no clue who they could be. The only thing we can figure out is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone. You just said you thought it was a prank. Shut up. Things are different now that Siri's been wrecked. I personally think we should just ignore that message. That'll launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now that's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch. My sad excuse of an existence will be surely the first thing eliminated. Oh, I'm all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an atomized speck of fractional dust like me. So if we take a head count, there are 6 of us who want to stay. Takumi, Takarawa, Dotomy, Shoma, and the Tsukumo twins. If we're going by majority vote, those who want to remain have already won, right? Seriously? Are you all out of your minds? Nobody stopped you from going out there yourself. Outside the wall of fire? I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for. Once they manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins. Gaku started shaking like a leaf. Alright, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you. In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. As we did, the sun soon set and night approached. I warned you, didn't I? Warn you? I warned you. I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh? Yeah, Siri told me about them earlier. God, nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing. They weren't going to do anything while we're all grouped up like this. Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not? Right now? No. The situation's changed. So I'm going back to our room to hit the sack. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you just willingly trigger your own death flag? I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking game or movie. But there's no denying that the person who destroyed Siri is still around. Yes, he's hiding somewhere in the school. Or, it's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us. Everybody abruptly stopped what they were doing after Hitoko's statement. We all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously. I see how it is. Safe for us to all just sleep in our own rooms, then. Well, at least that room's locked, so we don't have to worry about anyone killing him while we sleep. Hideko was only mentioning that as a possibility. I refuse to believe the culprit would be one of us.
Huh?
Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you, they're just bluffing. With that message, whoever's behind it probably gets a kick out of seeing us run around like headless chickens, that's all. Tell that to Sirius mangled remains. Sirius targeted because he was a machine. Damaging a metal contraption is completely different from killing a flesh and blood person. Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human? I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. Let's see what tomorrow morning brings. Takamaru and Dadami left after that, followed by Ima and Kako. I guess we're together. No one can hurt us. The old hands left the cafeteria. Good night, everyone. Sorry, my body is so poorly formed that it can't fall asleep without a bed. Tsubasa and Shoma both said they didn't think the culprit could be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me they probably had their suspicions. Hideko, Gakko, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria. This is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together? Everyone's already gone, though, except the three of us. The two of us are working together. I'd probably be assaulted tonight. Are you inviting us to... Of course I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter. Right. On the other hand, I'd be the one in hot soup if you two are the ones behind this. We're not, but I have no way of proving that. I guess going back to our rooms to rest really is the only thing we can do now. Indeed, casting aspersions at each other here won't help us sleep any better. Fine, I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice. So it all started with what I chose for Eito. And so we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. Tomorrow morning, we'll see a body, mangled and hangled. I tossed and turned restlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading. Who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. They couldn't have escaped outside the wall of fire after destroying Sire and writing that message. How could you possibly say there's no way the culprit's...
Right, it's like he's falling into his old patterns.
You're an idiot. Hang on, are we sure the person who wrote that message and the person who destroyed Siri are one and the same? We just automatically assume so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then we're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5. It's 12:55 a.m. It hasn't even been an hour since the new day began. Uh-oh. That ain't good, dear. That ain't good.
Someone's visiting us. But why?
Less than an hour happened since the dawn of a new day. A visitor at this time? Thinking it might be the culprit, I was unnerved, but until I realized it would give me a great chance to capture them. It could very well be someone asking for help, too. Whoever it was, I had no reason to ignore them. Let's do this. Gathering my wits, I opened the door cautiously. I looked around before stepping out. There was nobody to be seen anywhere. Was it a prank or a hallucination? Just as I turned around to go back into the room, a sharp pain exploded at the back of my head, quickly rendering me unconscious. Oh, come on. We just can't not get clubbed.
Get ready for your prepare to spend a
Yeah. Insufferable, vile, barbaric enemy. When next I came to, I realized I was on my bed, even though I lost consciousness outside my room last night. Was that a dream? Was I just half asleep?
No.
I touched the back of my head, and as those thoughts ran through my mind, a dull, aching pain greeted me. It wasn't a dream. I stepped outside last night, and someone jumped on me from above. They'd probably been hiding on the rooftop. They punched or kicked me, I'm not sure which, on the back of my head.
The
But who?
assassin.
And why? He's not even here.
Oh yeah, duh. He was at the other one.
Was it the person who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? In that case, why am I still alive? And they even went out of their way to move me back into my bed. Just then, the door slammed violently open and Tsubasa ran inside. Takumi, it's Gaku! Gaku's... What happened? Just go to the classroom on the first floor, quickly. The same room we found the message in. I'll go let the others know. So, they probably did that to us, so, you know, we wouldn't go out and try and stop them.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, they keep bopping us because they know that we know.
They know that we know, but we don't
know about this.
Yeah, we don't. They know that we know, or they think that we know, but we don't know, and they don't know that we don't know, but we don't know. I ran upstairs so quickly I thought I might trip and fall. Getting to the classroom was the only thing on my mind. Soon the classroom came within view. I dashed inside, and what greeted me was Gakko pinned. Lots of them.
What is this?
Yeah, I mean, she just wants to kill. I could hear the others entering the classroom behind me.
No!
What the hell?
Mr. Maruko!
What? Gaku? Hey, Gaku! Cut it out! This isn't funny at all! Open your eyes, man! Wake up!
His eyes are open.
I said wake up, Gaku!
You're being awfully, about this, Dadami.
Right.
Dadami kept shaking Gaku's shoulders. He didn't respond. So yeah. This is entirely new territory to me. Because the only two things I saw were spare and or kill Ato. And the fact that Takumi does get time travel powers.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't sure how he got those. But yeah. She started shaking him harder. Hideko slowly put her arms around Dadami to gently pull her away.
Hey, why don't we just use the Revive-O-Matic?
Right. If we move Gaku to the infirmary, we can...
It won't work. The Revive-O-Matic can only revive a person who only just died. That's what it says in the manual.
True.
Can you define just? It doesn't give a specific number, but definitely not 3 hours.
3 hours?
You can tell by the dry and discolored blood. It's been at least 3 hours since he was killed.
Her dad was a detective. She loves detective shows. Ooh. She wants to be a detective because of her dad.
Ima also shanked. What's his face?
Yeah, like Ima could have killed him.
Like
Kako. Like, yeah, don't be casting suspicion on Kako because she has a reason she knows this. Because her dad was a detective and she also wants to be a detective herself. So I'm sure she's read plenty of detective books and seen detective shows and stuff. So she wants to be a detective. Her knowing that and thinking that that's not out of the ordinary. Don't be suspecting my girl Kako here.
And besides, look at the amount of blood he's lost. You know how the Revive-O-Matic works.
Now the real question is not why the Revive-O-Matic won't get him, but do the corpse recovery drones not work unless they die outside the school?
That's what I mean. Like, even if he was done dead, the coffin should have came to get him and take him to the thing. Unless someone broke the coffin.
Possible. But also, in our day one battle, Sire was the one who sent out the corpse recovery drones.
That's true.
But also following that, when Sire was dead, they were still going out.
Right.
So I don't know.
You need to have cryptoglobin in your body.
Also true. But we couldn't just give up without doing anything. We moved Gaku's body to the infirmary, put him in a corpse recovery drone, and placed him in the Revive-O-Matic. However, unfortunately, Kako was right. The Revive-O-Matic's analysis monitor was located at the back of the device. We all looked at the information together. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 5, between 1 and 4 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade, about a foot long.
Has to be Darumi then. I think her blades are about that long.
You think her scalpels are 12 of those long?
Oh, they're scalpels? I just thought they were like jumbo. I just thought they were more like hunting knives. But I mean,
maybe, like...
It's hard for me to gauge.
Yeah, it is tough. It just like they could be knives, but I thought they would be scalpels. I don't know. You might be right.
No, you're probably right.
You're also probably right. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the coffin might not go inside the school for some reason. That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to like. Yeah. Because otherwise there'd be no reason for him not to have just got whooshed away.
Yeah. Too much time has passed since the death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in the body. Impossible to revive. Doesn't something seem off to you guys? What? Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't that corpse recovery drone do its job earlier? You're right. If the drone had flown over to collect Gaku's body the moment he died, this wouldn't have happened. Upon hearing that, Tsubasa sprang into action. She went back to the analysis monitor. After fiddling with the terminal for a while, she took several steps back in shock. The drone itself is working correctly, but someone has overwritten the program that controls it. What? The code is too difficult to hack, even for me. There's no way we can restore its original programming now. The new settings say that the drone does not activate if an SDU member dies outside of a defensive battle. Oh, okay. So there we go. So their programming got changed.
The only one that really knew how to fiddle anything with was Tsubasa. So even though she says that it's too much...
Ima.
Oh.
Ima seems like he's way smarter than we give him credit for.
That's true too.
Like Ima seems like he's way smarter than we give him credit for. Because he had to be on the up and up to protect Sister Dearest. So yeah. Now if anybody dies in the school, that's not a defensive battle. No drones. Ever. You can't be serious. Who would do such a thing? Do you even need to ask? It's obviously the same person who killed Gaku. Silence filled the air and nobody spoke for a while. Then Takemura mumbled something. Shit, this is all my fault. I kept insisting the culprit was bluffing. Gaku wouldn't have died if I'd believed him. I don't know about that. The same thing may have happened even if we'd all spent together in the cafeteria last night. Or maybe things would have been worse. What do you mean? I'll explain later. She wants to explain later, possibly out of earshot of the culprit. A few hours later, we managed to regain our composure somewhat and started cleaning up the classroom. It just didn't seem right to leave all that blood on the floor. We also made sure to thoroughly check for possible clues that might lead us to the murder while we cleaned. Yeah, fuck the invaders. Now we gotta fucking fight our friends. Ultimately, we came to the realization that the killer had left nothing behind. No footprints, no bodily fluids, not even a single strand of hair.
Who's that methodical? Hiroko.
I don't think Hiriko's that methodical. She got murdered in her sleep. Plus, the blade was about a foot long. She fights with a fucking axe. He wouldn't have multiple stab wounds. His insides would have been fucking obliterated.
I think Ima only had the knife. And that...
Ima does have a knife, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He also seems very methodical. Once we were done, we decided to take care of the message as well. The message that was the cause of everything. The mere sight of it nauseated me. We angrily and vigorously scrubbed the message with solvents until it disappeared. Tsubasa and Shoma crying as they worked. Before we knew it, the sun had already set and we were surrounded by darkness. Then we started on our next task. Transporting Gaku's body from the infirmary to the morgue. So yeah, we are definitely on the killing game route. It's great.
Man.
What? You chose this.
Yeah, I chose. I was just so angry.
Yeah, well, this all stemmed because we triggered the killing game by killing one of our own who was innocent. They didn't know he was innocent. They still probably think he was innocent because how are they going to believe we came back in time? Hey, why are we moving his body here? Shouldn't we be giving him a dignified burial? The corpse is a silent witness who never lies. Burying it would mean losing valuable clues. Sure, you can. That reminds me, you mentioned that you were trying to become a detective in my previous timeline. And then Ima said he was your brilliant, talented assistant or something. I said that? Yes, now do you believe I've traveled back in time? I'm not sure. That's not particularly convincing evidence. How could I possibly know you wanted to be a detective? Am I right to assume you're interested in helping out with the investigation, Kako? Yes. Then share your observations with us, great detective. Who is the most likely suspect in your eyes? This son of a fucking bitch who keeps saying he went back in time. He's a stalker-ass motherfucker. Wait, we need to figure things out like this by step. She tapped a finger on her temple. First of all, Tsubasa was the first person to find the body, right? Yes. I woke up before the morning announcement, so I went to the classroom on the first floor. Why? There's nothing in here.
Right.
Just the message and emptiness. There's nothing in here. Like
plausible.
Very plausible, but it was just spray paint on the blackboard.
Right.
So there was nothing there.
If there were more clues with all of us in the room, someone could have looked at it and found something else while we were there.
Like the person trying to become a detective. I was trying to see if we'd missed any clues that could have pointed us to the identity of the person who wrote the message. Then I found Gaku on the floor, like that. The question is, why did the killer murder him so brutally? He was stabbed multiple times in the chest and abdomen. If killing him had been the objective, they could have simply aimed directly for the heart. This number of stab wounds usually indicates some sort of powerful personal grudge. Feels more like anger than a grudge to me. The killer is the same person who wrote the message, right? And they got angry because we didn't follow their instructions. Or the fella's just trying to make an example out of someone. Thinking they could strike fear in our hearts by killing someone in the most visceral way possible. I think their objective was even simpler than that. Pray tell. To bleed as much cryptoglobin out as possible, so that we couldn't possibly revive Gaku even if we found his body right away.
It's very strange that they also didn't decide to take his power, because like, unless they don't.
Maybe they don't know they can do that yet.
Oh, they just think he was a mummy for mummy. Like they don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I don't know if they know how we did it. I don't know if they know we can do it.
That's
because we haven't done
enough.
Because Hideko was the first one to execute a commander.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they knew how, or we even could, or anything like that.
That's true too. Which means maybe it wouldn't have been Hideko. I can't imagine her not doing that.
That would mean the killer is very familiar with the Special Defense Unit's members and how our bodies work. Maybe she doesn't know you can do it from us, too.
Oh, she might just think it's the aliens.
Yeah, but she does know. But she does know more than she's letting on, though.
Right.
And we know that, we just don't know what. In short, there's a very high probability that the killer is one of us. Everyone fell silent at that, but nobody seemed as shaken up as they were yesterday, as if they had already come to this conclusion deep inside. That's why, back in the infirmary, I said that things would have been worse if we'd all slept together in the cafeteria. Because the killer would have assassinated everyone in their sleep? Yes, after drugging us with sleep medicine or something. That's unthinkable. It's just not possible. One of us here is the killer? The alarm didn't sound. That means nobody has reached the Academy's defenses. Oh, and before you bring it up, no, Eito couldn't have done it either. Because he did. She walked to one of the dead bodies, stood in front of it, and promptly pulled off a sheet that was covering it.
See? He's not breathing and has no pulse. It's literally impossible for Eito to be the killer. Unless he somehow turned into a zombie.
Cryptoglobin can let us go back in time. I would imagine it should be able to zombify.
Right.
Oh.
Everyone saw what Gaku's estimated time of death on the Revival-Matic was. Yes, I think it was between 1 and 4 a.m. last night. I'm going to have to ask each and every one of you where you were and what you were doing at that time. Everyone said they had been sleeping in their own rooms other than Ima. Ima was... I was sleeping in my dear sister's room. Which means only my dear sister and I have valid alibis. The testimony of a sibling is unreliable. Yes, I was expecting you to say that. Wait, so none of us have proper alibis? Hang on, nobody's asked Takumi where he's been yet. Oh, right, what about you, Takumi? I mean, your answer's probably going to be the same. I hesitated for a moment, telling the truth would make it seem questionable. But if it ever came to light that I lied this time, I'd definitely look more suspicious then. So I decided to go ahead and tell everyone what happened to me last night around 1 a.m. Say what? Someone came out of nowhere and knocked you out? And then you woke up to the sound of the morning announcement in your bed? Yes, more or less. The person who knocked me out had to be the killer. Why only tell us about this now? Gee, I don't know, because we just found the body. I couldn't find a good time to bring it up. Really? But so much time has already passed since we found Gaku's body. She still has the question mark floating by her. Everyone looked at me with suspicion in their eyes, causing my heart to beat faster. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. So you say, but that time traveling thing has got to be just a big fat lie. Yes, you killed Eito for some reason and made up that tall tale in order to justify your actions. No! That would actually explain why Siri was destroyed too. Siri was the only one present when Eito was killed. He was the only one who knew the truth. When Siri tried to blackmail Takumi using that incident, Takumi destroyed him in order to silence him. Why would I do that? What about the message? I was the first one to propose we stay in the academy. Besides, there's no reason for me to kill Gaku. Absolutely no reason at all. Takumi, your previous line of dialogue is kind of digging you a grave. If you wanted to kill people like you killed Eito, obviously you would support staying in the academy to kill them all. You're coming apart at the seams. Nobody said anything about you killing Mr. Madako. You were all looking at me as if that was what you thought. Is that you thought I was a killer? Oh no. I spent hours trying to prove my innocence to the others, but there was nothing convincing I could use to clear my name. Takamaru, Tadami, Shoma, and the Tsukubo twins were especially unwilling to give me any benefit of the doubt.
I'd say fine, go ahead. Stay outside my room. You all die. I'll stay in my room, safe and sound. Good night.
Maybe we could potentially be the killer. We don't fucking. Maybe we got ghost body. Well then, Sister Dearest, let's fall asleep under the same roof again tonight. Yes, like I said before, it's more dangerous for everyone to be sleeping together. Sleeping with the person you trust most is the best way to deal with this. Takamaru, will you please allow this worm to burrow into your room tonight? What are you saying? You're the person I trust the most, or are you afraid that I may actually be the killer? Don't be stupid, you idiot. I'll just kill you right back. That means I'm staying with Mistress Hiroko's room tonight. You can kill me anytime you please, my mistress. I'm sorry, but you're on your own. But why? You may end up killing me, for all I know. Besides, I've already been reserved by someone else. Someone else? Hiroko is staying with me tonight. No! Your only option, that's just me. Absolutely not. I'm not going to throw myself into the arms of a serial killer. I have standards on who gets to kill me, you know. I'd be like, good, I don't want you in my room. I'm fucking fend for my... You all think I'm already the killer. Fucking, fuck you. I do what I want. Everyone retired to their chosen rooms after deciding on sleeping arrangements. I trudged my way back to my own room as well, where I slept alone, with my infuser in hand. I just returned to my room when the doorbell rang.
What?
Dotami, I'm sorry I said all that stuff.
Shut up.
I'm scared.
Go back to your room.
I scared.
Stay alone.
Scared.
Grr.
I scared. They're just babies. No swung open and walked.
Die in our sleep.
Oh. Hiroko, Tsubasa, what's the matter?
We're watching you because we don't believe you. That's about it.
Hey, this bed's big enough for 3. I'd be like, hey, as long as you're here, let's say we get down to business.
And they will kill you.
And I'll just come back.
No, because the revive-matic machine won't get you.
Then I'll just come. Yeah.
Stupid.
Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean we trust you or anything. But, man, you are attractive. Huh? What, you came all this way just to tell me that? Let me finish. We don't trust you, but we see no reason to completely be suspicious of you either. Unlike the other 5. Okay, that's nice to hear. And if what you've been saying is true, there's going to be an enemy attack in 2 days. Time on day 7, right? According to what I've lived through, yes. When that happens, I intend to fight. But it's so unlikely the other 5 will be willing to follow you. So you're saying that there's a high chance you won't join in the fight? Even Takamaru doubted me, who fought on day 1? Tsubasa's trying to say she's willing to lend you a hand. I can't just sit back and let you and Hiroko fight the invaders by yourselves. Besides, it's game over for us anyway if we lose. A combat party of 3 isn't going to be strong enough. Which is why I'm thinking of calling in reinforcements. From where? You once mentioned a second to last defense academy that's being protected by 5 special defense units, right? Oh, I get it. You want to bring them here? It was inevitable that we would one day have to go to second to last defense academy anyway. The academy was attacked on day 10 and Moko was killed. Hey, if we're going to bring them here anyway. There we go. Moko. I've been pushing it to the back of my mind because I thought we still had time. Not that we had any spare time to be thinking about going there at all. It did make sense to go over there as soon as possible, so I agreed to Hiroko and Tsubasa's plan. Are you both coming with me? Of course. Then we set off at 6 a.m. tomorrow. 6? The campus is quite a distance from here, isn't it? Yeah, we should start early then. We also have to ensure we make it back before the enemy attack on day 7. That's a good point. That's settled then. We'll be taking our leave now. We'll go tell the others about this. Thank you. Don't do it. They nodded and left the room. No, don't tell the others. There was just one thing bothering me. Was it really a good idea to leave 5 people behind in an academy with a serial killer on the loose? Not quite serial yet. Takes 3. That said, I really did want to reach the second campus before Moko got killed on day 10. Since we needed reinforcements for the next defensive battle, going there tomorrow was indeed the best option we had. It wouldn't make sense for all of us to go anyway, and leaving just 2 or 3 to protect the school alone wouldn't be any better. In fact, it would be worse because that'd just make them easier targets for the killer. I concluded that the safest thing to do was to go there with Hiroko and Tsubasa. I hope we can meet the team from the second academy tomorrow. Kyoshika, Moko, Kudara, Yugamu, and Nozomi. The possibility of seeing them again did nothing to loosen the tight knot in my stomach. After all, a friend had just been violently murdered today. Friend to you, nobody to them. I couldn't get the sight of Gaku's mangled body out of my mind. Yeah, friggin'. I would just be like, okay, here's the stuff, guys. Shoma, you had a dog named Leo. Tsubasa, you worked with your grandpa's workshop. It was all crazy doodads. Eva, you had to do a whole bunch of shit because your detective dad died when you were younger. Kako, you want to be a detective. Hideko, you know more than you're letting on. That's fine. You were dead on like day 3 anyway. Fucking Gaku, you love money. You're an orphan. You have 20 siblings and you patch up your clothes and you worked 9 to 5 all the forever, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I would just be like, Takamaru, you volunteered at a senior citizens recreational center to help them get in shape. You also had a bike before you got a license. You went around patrolling the neighborhood. Like, I would just be like, yeah, I know all of your shit, guys. I know everything about you because I came back from the future. At 6 a.m., I went straight to the entrance hall where Hideko and Tsubasa were already waiting for me. Doubtami, you only like sweets, you like eroge games and gore movies, and your dad goes to the racetrack on Sundays and beats you when he comes home and after he loses. I know everything. You are 10 seconds late. 10 seconds. A split second of a distraction can prove fatal in battle. You will do well to remember that. Yes, ma'am. I mindlessly responded to Hideko while looking around. I didn't see anyone else. So, I guess that's why Hideko just started off so strong, because we only got to use her, like, once before she died, but now that we're in New Game Plus and we have all our power, they kind of kept her as if she was already New Game Plus. They're not even going to see us off, huh? I mean, they believe you're a serial killer, you know. Nothing I can do about that. How did you break the news to them? I just told them plainly. I said, we need to bring a second team to increase our combat power. And they didn't criticize you for daring to follow a serial killer? They sure did, which is why I asked them nicely if they'd rather be left with said serial killer behind with them. Suddenly, letting just us 3 go was the best thing since sliced bread. Okay.
Thanks.
We can chat later. Let's be on our way. Okay, do we have to walk there? I can go out to the schoolyard from here, but there's no need to... I did that. I clicked on that, but okay. Don't know why that did that just then. Watch, there's actually not going to be an attack now. That's going to make us look even more sus.
That's true too.
Sussy to bussy.
Oh.
Look over there. That looks like a shortcut. Let's go check it out. What's my extinguisher level? Is it still 3? Dodge the trash. Don't matter.
I'll take this.
Pull the curtains open. Hey, natural light.
Hugo may actually not totally believe that. We get this stuff.
I shouldn't have extinguisher level 5 right now.
What?
I thought it only gave me level 4. Actually, I thought it was only level 3 because I never saw it actually upgrade again.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought we at least got to 3, but.
But now that we have access to these shortcuts, it'll actually change how like time-wise works.
We go.
Hey, give me that. Nope. I am Scrub. Scrub is me. I am Scrub. Ignore them. Those are evil flowers.
I'll take this.
It's all a little sus.
Find another. Send Ema across. No. Go forward 3 spaces again.
Rocks.
Run out of the building.
We got a pebble.
So it's just a small rock.
Oh, that's the way to go.
Yeah, left is the way to go.
Treasure chest.
This looks like something good.
So that's the way to go. But I wonder if I wonder what that would take me. Nope. God dang it. I Don't mind me, I'm just dumb who can't count. Just a dummy who can't count sometimes. Wade in the water, wade.
Nah, I was hoping that we would get lucky and it would put another thingy there, but it didn't.
I mean, I was just gonna go straight to the end anyway. Oh, big shortcut. Ooh, that hurt.
I'll take that.
Another pebble from running.
Yes!
Dash pebble. Oh no, that was dumb.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh.
Yeah, they're already the big boys.
Yep, that sucks.
My turn.
Oh well, I do still have my potion. I have access to my
Okay,
potions
time
now.
to move.
Beat him up. Since you're alive, use of the
Out of
staff.
my way. Now then, right here. All right, I'll put this to good use. Time to move. How's this? Now then, to business. Take this. Broken, so time for battle. Die. Oh, time to move.
Die,
Right
monster.
here.
You don't belong in this world.
All right, let's get started.
Come on.
How's this?
Splat.
Broken. My turn. Out of my way.
You're just chunking him,
Oh,
dude.
satisfied. Time to move.
She does 9 damage per swing now.
Die.
Let's do this.
Locked and loaded. Don't try to stop me.
Ready whenever.
Say when. One last strike.
Yeah, Hito's gonna be killing bosses left and right now. Just gotta kill 3 weaklings and then go kill bosses. Pretty good, pretty good.
I'll take that.
Oh, I got the cash meter.
Yay, stuff is good.
Stuff is great. Yay! I already had all the mats though.
That's your too.
Yeah, we're finally arrived.
Oh.
So this is the place. Second Class Defense Academy. As we got closer, I saw her. Nozomi! My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again and right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her. But I fought that impulse and pulled it back, because she thinks I'm creepy. Huh? Who are you guys? Words simply failed me. While I was still busy being incoherent, Nigo and the others showed up as well. Are you perhaps from Last Defense Academy? How did you know that? Your class armor. There's something you guys needed? Yes, actually. We need help fighting, and there's secrets on each other. During the conversation in their cafeteria and introducing ourselves, we told everyone what had happened in the Last Defense Academy. About Eito, the threatening message, serious destruction, all of it. Even about Gaku's murder and me traveling back in time. I also shared everything that had happened in the 100 days I had previously gone through. What greeted me at the end was silence. Nigo had stopped moving in a daze, distant look on his face. Serious destruction must have been too much for him. None of the others from the Second Academy had anything to say either. They all stood frozen, mouths agape in astonishment. Yeah, I see. Thanks for the massive info dump, I guess. I'm still trying to process everything, but I more or less get what you're trying to say. The long and short of the matter is that Last Defense Academy is currently in quite a bit of a pickle. Am I right to say that? Yeah. Then we have to go there right away. Since this place is just a decoy, there's no need for us to protect it anymore. The enemy will be attacking that academy tomorrow, right? Then we must hasten our steps. And get there by today. Thank you. We would greatly appreciate the backup. Nigo, is the school bus available? Hey, Nigo, can you hear me? Oh, yes, the bus is available. Great, we'll meet in the parking lot after everyone here gets ready. Takumi, Hideko, and Tsubasa, you guys can go there first. It's at... Don't worry, I know where it is. I'm packed and ready to go. Onwards to Last Defense Academy. We all started moving towards the bus except for Nigo, who hadn't moved from his spot at all. As soon as we noticed, we stopped walking. Something wrong, Nigo? Oh man, we're gonna pump her up so good. We're gonna pump her. She's gonna get so pumped. I cannot go. What? I've been ordered to guard second last Defense Academy with my life. Therefore, I am unable to abandon it. Hi, yeah. So Sirei gave me the commanding officer role, so I am actually above Sirei now. So you will listen. Ordered by who? Your superior officer, the one who got destroyed? No, this order came from the higher ups on the artificial satellite. No. Can't you defy them somehow? We all tried to talk Nigo out of staying, but he refused to abandon his post. We have no choice but to leave him behind. But it's already night and we're running out of time. We have to go now. I will be just fine, everybody. You see, there's no commanding officer at Last Defense Academy right now. So if I open up a dialogue with the higher ups about this, they may reassign me there. Fine. Hurry up and do that dialogue thing with your superiors and come over as soon as you can. Understand? We'll be waiting for you over there. Thank you. Be careful. And so we had to part ways with Nigo. After exchanging firm handshakes, we boarded the school bus. We decided to let Tsubasa drive as she had the most experience with vehicles. And
Alright, let's go.
She floored the accelerator and the bus peeled off. We made our way toward our base, Last Defense Academy. So, I'd like to say that in our absence there was a murder there. But, it seems like the killer is really wanting to pin it on us, so they wouldn't kill while we're not there.
Right, right.
So everyone's fine. Which is actually going to look even more suspicious that there wasn't another killing while we weren't there.
That's true too.
So, double bubbles in trouble. A short while after sending off, I started a conversation with the 5 members of the second academy.
First of all, I'm grateful that you decided to come with us. Am I also right to assume that you believed what I said?
What you said?
About coming back from the future.
It's too much of a coincidence to be made up.
What is more, you possess knowledge about us that we have revealed to none but ourselves.
We believe you only because it makes sense to, not because we want to.
Makes sense.
I believe you, Takumi.
Thanks, Karua.
Thank you, everyone. You have no idea how glad this makes me. Because nobody in the other academy believes me at all.
Because I've been murdering. I mean, I've been doing stuff.
Including those two over there?
Yes. The 5 of them turned to stare at Hideko and Tsubasa.
You don't believe him? Can you not see the pureness in his eyes? His very soul itself.
Yeah, he's pure. Yeah, he's kind of cute. They kept looking at Hideko and Tsubasa in plain and undisguised disgust. The two eventually caved under the weight of their collective stares.
Fine. I believe him.
Peer pressure, yeah!
What, you do? I guess I should too then.
Peer pressure, gaslighting, yeah! Seriously? That's all it took? I held back from speaking my thoughts out loud. Their reasoning didn't matter as long as they believed me. With this, there were now more people who believed me than those who didn't. It made me feel more at ease after going through those terrible things yesterday. Oh yes! How terrible for you that people were being mean to you when Gaku was brutally murdered in cold blood. How terrible for you that people said you're a meanie. Fuck off, Takumi. Fucking loser. I went through so many terrible things. Fucking stabbed to death. As the bus kept rumbling on, the pleasant swaying sensation made me so drowsy I almost fell asleep. Eventually, the sight of the wall of fire slowly came into view through the windshield of the bus. Just fucking playing the victim over here. Yeah, I'm victim shaming. Sue me. Oh, Mr. Hideko, I'm so glad you're safe and sound. I was sure the serial killer would be coming back by himself. Thank goodness you're both okay. What about me? By the way, are those guys with you nameless NPCs? Hello there, my name is Nozomi Kirifuji, but you can call me Karua Kashiyama. Kashimiya. I'm Mokomojiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kyoshika Magadori, at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kurara Suzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugamo Omakagi, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy. They're neither nameless nor NPCs. They're totally trying to assert themselves as main characters. We should introduce ourselves too. That's alright, we've already heard all about you on the bus. You're all a bunch of losers, and go fuck yourselves. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye. Well, that saves us a lot of time. What are we waiting for? It's time to play some games where losers get to have their nails ripped off for shits and giggles. That is a,
Kakaguri.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Well,
I was more or less going for, Higurashi.
Yeah, I know.
But that nail ripping scene isn't based on games, it's based on torture and killing, so, yeah, you're right. This is probably Kakaguri because it's about games. But I was thinking Higurashi with that fucking nail ripping scene. Well, that sounds like my kind of fun. I'm not playing. We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really going to fight together with us? You know it. It's the very reason we have come here. But why would you help us? Why do you even need to ask? It's because we all have the same ultimate goal in mind. Ultimate goal? We just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles have been charging out will be launched in all directions. All the invaders will be wiped out, and that'll be the end of world death. But right before we shoot off in the escape pod and join back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellite, where shit hit the fan, but we could possibly know. Or so we have heard from Sir Takumi. I see no reason to say no. We make it through these 100 days and everyone's stories end happily. We're with you all the way. Or do they? The palpable excitement of the 5 members from the 2nd Academy stood in stark contrast to the sullen moods of those from this academy. What's the matter? They're just feeling awkward because they have no intention of joining us for tomorrow's defensive battle. Whereas you guys will be sent into the battlefield as their substitutes, even though you're new here. Wait, why aren't you joining the fight? Because we saw he didn't let us kill any of the commanders previously. I also explained on the way here, they do not trust Sir Takumi's leadership. Oh, that whole time traveling thing? That's just a part of it. Gaku's murder played a bigger part. Right now, they all think Takumi did it. Excuse me, Sir Takumi is a killer? Technically, yes. Like, again, like, we were right to kill Eito, but we were also wrong to kill this Eito. Like, I still feel no regret of doing it. I would have done it. Like, I would have done it, but like, we were it's technically wrong to kill a quote-unquote innocent person for crimes he may or not have committed. That's true. Because at that point, if people can change, if people can also change for the worse. So why doesn't everybody just die for crimes we could potentially commit throughout our lives? Takumi is a killer? No, of course not. I didn't do it. So Takumi has spoken. What is your response? We already discussed this thing to death. But there's no proof yet. Proof of what? Proof of Takumi's innocence. Apprehending the real perpetrator is the best way to settle this. I'll believe you if you can do that. Like we can. We went back to our room soon after the meeting and the rest of the recharge for tomorrow's defensive battle. And the defensive battle doesn't come. As I flop down on the bed, I find myself whispering under my breath. The real perpetrator. That's right. I have to find and catch the real culprit. That was the only way I could regain the trust of those 5 and convince them to help with the battles again. It was also the quickest way. Imo was absolutely right. And there was another good reason. I wanted to avenge Gaku. He'd never be able to rest in peace if I let the perpetrator get away. But now that I would figure out who the real culprit was. Unlike Katko, I didn't have a detective bone in my body. I had a lot to think about. However, the trip to and from second to last defense academy had depleted all of my energy. I was swallowed by the darkness of sleep before I could even think about my options.
Good night.
Get ready.
Yeah. Okay, so Takemaru, Dadame, Shoma, Kako, and Ima aren't even going to come see us off. Which sucks, because Dadame was like a good unit. They won't be joining the battle. Why would they show up? I don't know. They can at least cheer for us, right? Get them, guys. Go fight and risk your lives for us because we don't want to. That doesn't sound like a very morale-boosting cheer at all. Anyway, when is the enemy going to be showing up? Anytime now. Remember what I told you in the bus yesterday about the commander's special traits? Yes, Sir Takumi. I have it all memorized. The alarm sounded immediately after he said that. Ah.
Cool.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Luigi! They're here. Take the lead, Takumi. What? You're our leader, aren't you? Don't you have anything to say to your team before they head out? Don't die?
This was kind of your thing.
Oh, right. Is everyone ready? Ready when you are. The Holy Jumanji Sword is always ready. She ravenously longs to spill the blood of the wicked. I'm ready. I took a whole bunch of anti-nausea pills, so I made this using my special formula. Efficacy guaranteed. Loosen up, Tsubasa. You'll be fine. You've got the apocalyptic maiden of destruction looking out for you now. Thanks, I trust you. Let's all work together out there. Humanity's counting on us. This isn't just for them. It's for ourselves, too. We fight for our future. Let's go. Yeah. And now we wait.
Loading.
Exploding.
Oh. Yeah! Spiky.
Our attacks received last turn, so she's got the same thing.
on!
Her soul fighting ability, so she was... I will be right back. Let's finish this video off.
It's my turn! All right,
Let's do this! All right!
2 arms! Banzai!
Oh, he does have something extra. Okay.
Let us be flat! My apologies.
Say when.
Ready when you are.
Bring it on! This'll
Bring
do
it
the
on.
trick! Tag me in!
Oh yeah, it's waves. 2 waves. Okay.
Bring it on!
Bring it on!
Pulverize him!
Time to move.
I'll chop you to pieces!
I'll piece you to chopses.
It's my turn! And stay down!
Leave it to me.
My turn! Time to use
Attack ball.
Indebted to you.
Good to go. Here! Let's do this! Take that! Got it!
Onward.
What?
Nen! I've got you.
Ready whenever.
I can hardly contain myself!
Me neither.
Time for battle.
I just had to go uncontain myself for a little bit.
Out of my way.
Two arms.
Good to go.
Let us begin.
Also work.
Banzai! I'm burnt out.
I've got this. That's it. Ready when you are.
Audio may be off for a second because I am
You're reconnecting.
Let's do this.
Tag me in!
Wub. Alright, wave 1 and bring on the commander.
Yeah.
Bring on the commandant.
We managed to clear out the minions.
Now we shall deal with the commander.
You mean that person over there? Wait.
That's-
Who's that?
That's new. On the edge of the battlefield, watching us fight was a figure I didn't
Is
recognize.
that the commander you guys fought before?
No.
No. That wasn't the one.
Hideko was right. I never saw that person during the whole of my previous 100 days. I had no idea who they were. But they were not a commander I'd fought before, that's for sure.
Hey, look! There's someone else over there. Is that the one then?
Yes, it is.
That's the commander we faced our first day here.
Mm-hmm.
God of the planet, hear my plea and lend me thy strength. Blood of my bond, release!
He looks more menacing now.
We do.
order.
Move from.
I will run this time. I'm done running away. I have to stand and fight. You stand aside! If you don't, then in the name of order, I will strike you down!
Yeah, okay. Paragon of Order, Merv. Now we understand it all. Like I thought we would. How is it I can understand him?
Little Black Riding Hood over there hasn't done anything, though.
Little Black Riding Hood?
See that black hood they're wearing? Name fits to a T.
They're not little. Who is that? Why is someone I've never seen before showing up now all of a sudden? Did the timeline change?
Hey, Takumi! Stop staring off into space like some plebeian and start acting like a leader, why don't you?
Because I'm scared.
Yes. Right. Everyone, concentrate your attacks on the giant commander over there first.
Little Black Riding Hood can wait.
Understood.
So the name's gonna stick, huh?
Guess so.
Yeah, okay.
Ready whenever. Time for battle. I'll put this to good use. Now then, to business. Take this! Ready whenever. Out of my way! Broken so... Now then, to business. Ready whenever. Right here. My turn. Take this!
He's also got a lot more HP now.
Now then, to business. Chop you to pieces. This is bad.
Yeah, no, he actually does. They actually do a lot more damage.
I can still Don't underestimate me. Hardly a challenge. Show me your inside.
No.
Don't let me careless.
It's my turn!
Supposed to get extra attacks by his counter.
Tag me in!
Nope. Her attacks receive blast.
My turn!
Okay.
Onward! My senses are greatly heightened. Leave it to me.
He's got a lot of dudes surrounding him.
Let us begin. Two arms!
Here we go.
Hey.
Let us begin.
Do that to finish him off.
I
then.
leave the rest to you.
Let's get to the killing. Ready when you are.
That's what this whole problem's been about, is the killing.
Bring it on! I need a rest hold!
Strength fist.
Oh, double D damn.
Just ring that bell! Bring it up! This'll do the trick! Just ring that bell! Bring it on!
Yeah, that should be safe.
Tag
Yeah.
me in! Bring it on!
Yes, you can.
This can't be good.
It's not.
Tag me in! It's my turn!
Well, there's 3 damage.
I can't wait. Here we go. All right. Ready when you are. Say when. Not bad. Ready when you are. Let's do this.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Let's go. Say when. One last strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong enough.
I was strong enough. Beef is what they called me.
I've returned!
They look like the same person.
Thanks.
What do you mean, thanks? How is that at all at you?
Oh no.
Now we get to see what he wants to say.
We did it! We took down the commander!
What about Little Black Riding Hood?
I looked around. The mysterious figure had disappeared at some point.
Who
in
the
battle.
heck was that anyway?
Mayhaps a passerby who was on their way to the convenience store?
How does a random passerby simply walk onto a highly secured compound like this?
True. Well, on the way to the convenience store at that.
More importantly, what should we do about the commander? He's not dead yet.
Sebastian pointed out where Mervrum lay on the ground. Heavily injured but still breathing.
I think he's trying to say something.
Let me see.
Yagawa knelt over to the fallen commander. After a quick but surprisingly thorough examination, he spoke up again.
His vocal cords have been crushed. Someone must have hit him right in the throat.
So, he won't be able to talk then.
Maybe intentionally.
Maybe.
That's right. Even if he could, it's not like we can understand their language.
That's not true. When he first showed up, he told us his name and stuff. Remember?
I am Mervrum.
What?
The paragon of order. In the name of order, I will. That was what I.
He was the one who got struck down in the end.
So, back to the topic at hand. What should we do with him?
We leveled up. We leveled them up enough for them to hear?
No.
No.
So, what ended up happening, I guess, is it did say that when we came back, our cryptoglobin from the Undying Flames boy resonated with the one in the defense room and buffed up all the people's cryptoglobin around here in that echo.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So we leveled them up by coming back here.
Yeah, I get that, but because of that, does that way they can understand it then?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Right.
Is because now they're strong enough.
Why are we even discussing this? We kill him and take his cryptoglobin.
So, which means it had to be an intentional now.
To survive to day 100, we must fight and win every single battle that... And for that to happen, we must keep getting stronger.
I am of the same mind.
Take him out, Takumi. Make it quick.
They were all waiting for me to make the call. I hardened my resolve and nodded slowly. I don't know, dude. Beef him up!
Finish this one.
Get him with the beef! Also, they can only absorb them via the infusers, too.
Anyone else want a piece of me?
Yeah! So maybe they didn't know they could do that yet. Like, maybe he was killed with the infuser, I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, everybody has a sword or a blade that could be about a foot in length. So who knows? At night, the 8 of us who had fought in the defensive battle had a small victory party in the cafeteria. We discussed who deserved to be crowned MVP and who had the coolest looking finishing moves. Everyone talked and laughed pleasantly as we reviewed the battle together. Even though a fellow comrade had been killed just 2 days ago, the adrenaline rush of victory still had us in high spirits. And then they showed up. The 5 members who hadn't taken part in that battle. Hunger pangs got the better of your suspicions. Sorry, but we're not in the business of feeding losers here. None of you did anything to contribute to this victory. Come on, don't be like that. It's just food. What's the big deal? We ain't here to poach your food. Then what are you here for? Just thought it wouldn't be right to not even say thanks, you know? Thanks? For what? Thank you for saving the Academy and us. Yes, thank you. From the bottom of my worthless heart, thank you. But don't need to be so formal. I'd rather hear you say you'll help us in the next battle. Those are 2 different things. Yeah. We still think Mr. Sumino stinks to high heaven. We ain't gonna lift a finger to help until he can prove his innocence. You have to show us concrete proof that he wasn't the killer. Your stance hasn't changed since last night, then. Basically, you want us to find the real murderer. Yes, that is, if you can find one, since Takumi may very well be the culprit. The party ended soon after. We all went back to our own rooms. And I did the same. I found someone waiting for me there. Please be Nozomi. Oh my god. Hello, it's been a while. Why? No, wait, I get it. You have clues to the identity of the real perpetrator who killed Gaku 2 days ago? No. And you're here to share them with me, right? No. Sadly, that's not what I'm here for. I am aware that one of your friends, Gaku Maruko, was killed by someone. However, I wasn't there when it happened, so I didn't witness the crime. I'm far from omnipresent. Well, I am able to instantly tell you the location I have in mind. I don't have full knowledge of everything that goes on in this academy. That's too bad. What are you actually here for, then? To inform you of something. I'll keep it short. I'm not feeling very well right now. Not feeling well? In what sense? Right. You can't tell because I'm in this form. Basically, I'm sick. How did that happen? There's a particular space known as blood space in this world. It is a distinct space filled with cryptogloban energy. However, a malicious aura from the future has been seeping into a certain part of that space. Sorry. My true form, the baby, is being badly affected by that aura. You are aware of the baby's body is also filled with cryptogloban energy, yes? That is why the malicious aura is so encroaching on the baby's body. I'm sorry, what exactly are you trying to say? To put it simply, a source of evil intent from this timeline is invading the baby's body. Oh, that leaves me more confused than ever. Then what should I do? What can I do to help? Can I bring the baby some medicine? Wait, if a malicious aura is causing this, I should be bringing an exorcist, right? The only cure is to solve the case in the future that's causing this. The case in the future? Not what happened to Gaku 2 days ago? I did mention the malicious aura is coming from the future, didn't I? Solving the case that produces that aura is the cure to this disease. Well, all is settled, the baby's body should make a full recovery? Yes. This also means I won't be able to show myself to you for a while. That's what I wanted to tell you today. So I won't be able to talk to you for a while. Please, don't look so sad. This isn't goodbye forever. So X days from now, I solve a case, then I can come back and make different choices in this timeline. You must solve this future case yourself, Takumi. Then we will be able to see each other again. I'm counting on you.
Goodbye, Ghosty.
Who has no name. With that, the ghost boy disappeared from sight. A future case. Hey! What case, though? Wait, does that mean there's going to be another murder? No, he didn't mention anything about the case being a murder case. I prayed that it would be about something completely different. I never wanted to see something like that again. Something like what you caused? Days of accumulated stress and fatigue finally got to me, and I ended up sleeping through the morning like a log. When I finally woke up, it was afternoon. In fact, the sun was already sinking into the horizon towards the west. That was the exact moment the shrill sound of sirens blasted all around me. That sound immediately dispelled the heavy fog clouding my brain.
Intruder alert. Defend.
What? Why now? The enemy just came yesterday. Are they attacking us 2 days in a row? And it's only day 8. The next battle should have been on day 17. The timeline was changing. For some reason, it was starting to spiral completely out of control.
Well, because they were fighting.
That's true, too.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, the other squad was doing it up more than probably what they thought they were.
I'd better get to the war room. I rushed frantically out of my room. Oh my god, just let me save the game and be done. Oh, Takumi. Now you show up. Everyone else is already here. Sorry, I came as quickly as I could. Everyone, as in everyone who took part in the battle yesterday, in case you misunderstood. The Frightened Five won't be showing up today either, I assume. Are you still harping on that? We must go out and meet the enemy forces immediately. Search Takumi. Yes, of course. Let's do this. Initiate defensive battle. No, we're done. We're done for today. As always, thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying the series, you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow me on Twitch, Shark3. And if you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. For just $1 a month, you can help support me bring the best content that I can.
Till then.
And we're gonna call the stream here for tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.